cruising around this 1 mile track. We're going to start the engines in a moment.
Hey, look at that. We're back to 669 subscribers. We had lost a couple for some reason. Got to pump those numbers up, man. Those are rookie numbers. But I do like the idea of having 669. Hello, how are you? Afternoon. Spring forward, assholes. You know, I was up at I was doing my career mode NASCAR 2005 at like 2 this morning, and I won a race and looked over and suddenly it was 3:30. I was like, oh. I was like, damn, I've been up longer than I thought. Then I had to remember, oh, it was spring forward. I'm well rested and ready to go. I feel like I slept pretty well. Hey, DFS, what's up? Well rested and ready to go. Today's pick is Brad Keselowski. That's my pick today. Brad Keselowski. Fox had him listed at 11-1. I think DraftKings has him at 7. Robert, I'm glad your funeral's over, and I'm sure you are too. I'll go with Keselowski today. I don't want to see Hendrick's doing so well, and I'm so proud. I hate picking against him because I wanted to pick Elliott or Larson again, maybe. But I think Brad's due. Brad, all last year, when you look at racetracks that were like this, he was so strong. And he hasn't won Phoenix yet, and he's due for all the times he's run well here. So give me Brad. He's got the track position too, because Chase, Larson, and some good cars have to go to the back for inspection or unapproved adjustments or whatever. Hey, Alan Kowicki, they're showing when he won here in '88. What a novel concept, going the wrong way around the track. Bobby Hamilton won for Petty Enterprises. Jeff Gordon won his 76 race in '07. I remember that race. Mark Martin. Going to the rear is not going to cost him a chance to win, but I think it's Brad's time to win Phoenix. Brad was really good last week.
Chase Elliott is a NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Brad's going to win, I think.
Great history here.
Anybody but Logano. Even a Kyle Busch win, I'd be fine with that.
For Clint Boyer, so it's not all about scrambling and having an issue with Jeff Gordon back here in 2012. Let's hear from.
I think they'll talk about Clint Boyer and Jeff Gordon in 2012 enough, or what? Fire these engines. I'm fucking bored. I'm rested, but I'm bored now. I finished year 1 of my NASCAR 05 career mode. Won the truck championship, won the modified championship. Didn't run enough Busch races to even come close to that, because I didn't get my contract till late in the year. Year 2, I started this morning. I'm signed for a Busch team and a Cup team. Finished 5th in the Busch race at Daytona, because the Busch Series at Daytona in NASCAR 2005 was broken. Won the Daytona 500. It was stressful. Then I won both races at Rockingham. And then it was about time to get on here and stream. So here I am.
In as little as 2 hours, you'll be able to sit back, relax, and enjoy a safe and exciting race.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Lori.
Vast lands of emptiness.
Start this fucking race. Jesus Christ. It's like, all right, we're about to start the race. Now let's watch music videos for 10 minutes. Mute the shitty music. Do it. Should I buy NASCAR? Yes, you should buy NASCAR 06. Just be prepared that the cars drive they're really tight. The cars in NASCAR 06 are really fucking tight. And if you touch somebody door to door in the center of the corner, you're both wrecking. You're both going straight to the wall. So you got to be careful. You can't touch nobody. You can't beat and bang in the corner at all, or you get glued together. But the car swapping thing is what made it really fun for me. It was weird being back in NASCAR 2005. I did Daytona this morning in my career mode, and I was on my own. I had no teammates. I couldn't switch to anybody and push me out front. Had to block like Joey Logano to win the race. I didn't wreck nobody, though.
But this track is going to be slippery, Chris. When the sun shines like it is on that that traction compound, it wears out. It's going to cause these crew chief challenges because the track is going to change all day long.
I like Denny's paint scheme.
I'm looking at the dirt racers. Kyle Larson, you know,
I dig it.
last week, he could be a guy you got to watch. Christopher Bell, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. These are some guys that can take the checkered flag today.
And again, Brad Keselowski starting on the pole. And the question is, can Chevys make it 3 in a row? Will we get a headliner in victory lane, a cup champion?
I think today's the day we return to normal, and somebody like Brad Keselowski is going to win the race. Long shots, give me Tyler Reddick.
Actor and host of Fox's Cherries Wild, Jason Biggs.
The pie fucker.
Oh, hey, I'm Jason Biggs, and I am honored to be today's Grand Marshal for the Instacart.
Get this pie fucker off my screen.
Catch me in an all-new episode of Cherries Wild tonight after the race.
Boy, it's good to be
But
home
first,
today after
it's
braving
time
the
for most
outdoors
famous words
yesterday.
in motorsports. Drivers, start your engines!
Right when I say that, I start yawning. I don't care what camera you could have had in the fall race at Talladega. You couldn't justify shit. He passed 4 cars below the yellow line. Michael McDowell will slowly slip back into irrelevancy, probably starting today. Of course, I was wrong. After the 500, I was wrong. 2 weeks in a row. Gotta do it. I'm hungry. That's why I'm yawning. Yeah, why is Dave & Buster's so goddamn expensive? I ate there yesterday. It was like really expensive. Should have just got wings. Them fucking ribs. I could have had nightmares about them ribs last night. It was good and everything, but Jesus Christ. It was a lot of meat. Should have just got wings. Would have been way cheaper too. God, I'm an idiot. I wasted money. I didn't waste money. It was good. A good weekend. You know how I bought NASCAR 7 and 08? I don't even know if I'm going to play them anytime soon. I got sucked back into that career mode. That's all I'm thinking about right now. That race at Rockingham I did a little while ago. It went smoothly, but it was hard to drive. Potential. That's the word right there. Potential wreck. I don't want to hear if it was there a wreck or not. No, he passed below the yellow line. I could go down below the yellow line and say, oh, well, I thought they were going to wreck. It's like, oh, okay, you thought they were going to wreck? Well, then it's all good. It's kind of like the tuck rule in football. Remember that dude that said, why don't you, if I'm a quarterback, why don't you just stand back in the pocket and keep pump faking the whole time? Yeah. My favorite NASCAR game is 2005 Chase for the Cup, because I'm really invested in the career mode in that game, and I always have been. 2005 Chase for the Cup was the first NASCAR game I legitimately tried to play, because I had, before that, and the years before that, I had played 98, 99 in the original NASCAR Heat, Dirt to Daytona, and then I got 2005 Chase for the Cup, and that's the first one I really hammered down and started like playing regularly and playing the career mode and all that. So I think it's sentimental attachment. And I want to see my career mode through. Because back in the day, my GameCube memory card would corrupt randomly. I have to fucking start over. But this career mode is going very well. And I trust my PS2 will continue to work properly. Yay! Hey, Buckle. Yep, Brad Keselowski is the pick today.
Presented by Ram.
The Beach Boys, what year are we in?
Beautiful day for a race in the Valley of the Sun. Take a look at this year's 4 winners so far. Between them now, 11 wins. Is that a goose egg? Yes, it is. 0 championships. And here is the rest of the field with all the big trophies and lots of them. So, them or them. Now, that's what we've got. got to sort out here. We've had 4 different winners and some were surprises. What's not surprising is it seems Hendrick Motorsports has pretty much...
Hendrick's got to work hard today, though. It's hard to pass here, and they're starting in the back. It's a short race compared to a usual Cup race, but I think they'll be all right. Did I watch the Waltrip documentary? No. Thank you for reminding me, because I have it DVR'd. I have it DVR'd. I might watch it after the race. Last night I got sucked into playing NASCAR 2005, and I forgot. But I have it recorded.
I didn't look no further than those first 7 cars, Mike.
And I will watch it.
Penske Racing and Joe Gibbs Racing. Gibbs has 5 wins just between 2 of their drivers. So I really think that
I hear it's good. I give Mikey a lot of shit, but I hear that documentary's good.
To come and win for the first time this year. But I do think we're going to have 5 different winners.
Yes. But it's time for the usual suspects to come to the front of the grid. Let's talk to one of them and get his take on the race today.
Hey, Kyle Busch, Jeff up here in the Fox.
Once again, really curious to see how Kyle Busch performs today. I think Gibbs is going to have a good day. I think Christopher Bell might have a shot to win this thing. If I had to pick a Gibbs car today, I'd pick Bell or Truex. I want to see how Kyle Busch runs, though. If Christopher Bell or Tyler Reddick wins this race, don't be surprised.
You know, these guys have been working really hard. And, you know, everybody at Dugan's Racing's been digging in deep about trying to get our stuff where we want it. And today's about a day of learning and executing and trying to get...
Is it weird that if Kyle Busch won, I wouldn't be mad? Of course, I never got mad when he used to win, but, you know. This ain't slot car racing. This is real racing. This is a flat, hot, slick racetrack with higher horsepower, low downforce. This is a real race. Oh, gee, DFS. I can't imagine a Michael Waltrip documentary not talking about the 2001 Daytona 500. Kind of had a feeling that's where that documentary was going to go. Michael, throw a bet on Christopher Bell for yourself. If you're looking for an extra bet, go Bell or Reddick.
And Chase Elliott will also go to the back. He won here last November, of course, to win his championship. Kyle Busch in row 4, 3-time Phoenix winner, along with Ryan Blaney, who's riding a hot streak here. Last year's winner here seems like a long time ago, Joey Logano, in the last normal race of our season, and William Byron, the Miami winner, who will also go to the rear. The rest of our starting lineup will scroll across the bottom of the screen as we check in with our crew chief, Larry McReynolds.
Ah, you got Blaney, Bell, Briscoe, and Reddick. Very nice. My official pick is Brad Keselowski, but I've got my eye on Christopher Bell and Tyler Reddick.
Had to pit for a loose left rear wheel. Never really could recover from that. 19 pit road speeding penalties in the last 3 Phoenix races. Jamie Little, you make a mistake like that today, you may not recover.
Absolutely. Larry Mack, last November when we were here, many drivers said that 2 of Brad Keselowski was the fastest car. Well, Jeremy Bullins, his crew chief, agrees. He brought back a very similar setup for today's race. They have the number 1 pit selection right here, the number 1 starting spot today. Brad Keselowski, he's gone to victory lane here twice in Xfinity, never in the Cup Series race. Regan Smith.
Well, Jamie, perhaps nobody has more momentum right now than William Byron. Fast race cars at every track this year, including a win. But as we've mentioned, today he will have to fall to the rear of the field for failing pre-race tech 2 times yesterday. What does that mean? That means they are going to have to be perfect in all aspects. They're going to have a...
Is there a competition caution today? They haven't said. I don't see it on the leaderboard thingy. Rudy Fugle!
Walking pit road to get all those timing lines just right for this afternoon's race.
They don't talk about him like they did in the Truck Series. Yeah, go Larson. Go Hendrick. Cheering for Hendrick, but my money's on Keselowski. Who should have been a Hendrick driver, but that's another story.
He's also been sent to the rear. Quinn Houff also going to the back. Cody Ware, Garrett Smithley for a driver change on the 53.
Wish they give you some clarifications on the adjustments that Chase Elliott's team made that made them have to go to the back. Competition caution, lap 30. Lame. Lap 30, there'll be a caution.
Good thing for us, though. I'll tell you what, being able to watch this race, I'm looking forward to watching guys go back.
They're your stage length, 75, 115, 122 laps. Fuel window just under 90 laps, and we will have a competition caution at lap 30.
Coming to the green. Keselowski, Bill, Hamlin, and Blaney.
There'll be Keselowski and Christopher Bell on the front row after cars dropped to the
I feel like I could have stole. Now I feel dumb for not betting on Bill. I feel like I could steal some money today, but I went with Keselowski. Can't take it back now. Excuse me. Brad launched out of that start like a madman. He's gone. Hamlin through to second. Bill slides into third. Kyle Busch aggressive off of 2 underneath Blaney. And they're 3 wide in the back. Bowman, Newman, and Anthony Alfredo. Lap 1 without an accident. Why do these cars seem so much more stable than those Xfinity cars yesterday? I know these cars are harder to drive, and they're a little faster. But the Xfinity guys look like they were all over the place from the word go yesterday. Most cautions in an Xfinity race at Phoenix since like 2007, I think. It was like an iRacing event. Hamlin's looking to the outside of Keselowski. Keselowski slides up in front. Hamlin goes to the inside. God, they're really close together. Hamlin takes the lead. Nice pass.
Here comes his teammate Christopher Bell trying to go for second.
Very hard thing to trust, Jeff, when you're trying to figure out the grip level that's in that and if it's ready or not.
Why is my leaderboard not updating? Hamlin's the leader. Stupid. Time to show a replay of what we just watched.
He's doing a limbo here. Where you going, Jeff? That's how low you can go right there.
On pit road. You cannot go any lower. That is, I've never seen that. You know he's been planning that move overnight.
Jeff's never seen that. Jeff Gordon said he's never seen that, but he's clearly never watched me play NASCAR Heat.
Martin Truex coming on the high side, closes the gap to third.
Mark Truex Jr. has been the first guy to really get those right side tires up in that traction compound, and he's making it work. Those guys are going to have to watch.
It's hot out there today. It looks hot. Bill underneath Keselowski for second. Can't get there. Slides back in line. Hamlin's driving away for the time being. Look at Eric Jones in the top 10. What happened here with Briscoe? He's having a rough year so far. Ooh.
Locked up a tire there.
Chastain checked everybody up in the corner, and Briscoe smoked the tires to stay off of Custer. Now Christopher Bell's through to second. Well, these Gibbs cars are strong, and it's scary. I may have made a terrible mistake not picking a Gibbs car. But the Hendrick cars ain't up front yet, so it's hard to say.
Literally the difference between almost driving on wet condition to a dry condition. That's the grip level difference between these cars. And then all of a sudden we talk about the trustworthiness of
Anthony Alfredo's got the letters rubbed off his left rear. It's about to be a Joe Gibbs 1, 2, 3, 4. Brad's not going to last much longer. Although Kyle Busch trying to pass Truex here might buy him some time.
Surprised to see Denny Hamlin up front leading this race. He is running.
Stenhouse is another guy who's had good runs at Phoenix in the past. He's in the top 10. Doesn't really surprise me. NASCAR will never get rid of stages. They're here to stay. Until I'm elected God Emperor of NASCAR, we're stuck with stages and competition cautions and no practice and all that bullshit.
More of a factor here than it did in yesterday's Xfinity race, because yesterday was quite cool. It never got to 60 degrees. We're starting this race with a track temperature of nearly 100 degrees at the asphalt.
Blaney passing Kyle Busch for fifth. Never mind that Joe Gibbs 1, 2, 3, 4. Blaney's in the top 5.
And as it does that, it also starts to wear out. That's when it gets interesting, trying to keep up with the racetrack. All right, now you get back down on the bottom, trying to go the shortest way around. Right now, this is definitely going to be the fastest way around as soon as this stuff comes
I wish they'd stop moving them damn onboard cameras. Hold it still, motherfucker. That's another minor pet peeve of mine watching races. Stop moving the onboards. Keep them straight. Instead of some jackass in a production truck going, ooh, look at the camera move. Makes it more exciting if it's moving. It's like WWE logic, you know, their cameraman, how they do. Damn, Blaney's fast. He's past Kyle Busch, and he's rolling up on Truex. Blaney's going to the front.
Ryan Blaney trying to retake fourth here.
Matt DiBenedetto's in the top 10. I'm sure he won't finish there. Oh, Truex in the wall off of 2. Not much, but he bounced off the wall. Blaney goes by.
You just get up there, and we call for the dirt road jump the cushion. They get up there where it's a little bit dirty and the thing takes off on you and along for the ride.
Not enough grip up there yet, Truex.
It's a little tight. It's a little wide. Yeah, he definitely got it with that right rear. Boy, you got to watch that fender.
It's not near as bad as we saw yesterday in those Xfinity cars.
No.
Looks good. Truex's car looks good. He barely touched it. Denny Hamlin's paint scheme is awesome. That's a really pretty race car. Oh, I mentioned Eric Jones a minute ago. Got a top 10 last week. Now he's 11th right now. He got top 10 last week, so he ended up getting a good starting spot here. I really wish they still had qualifying. People were talking shit last week about Bubba, even though they had a mechanical problem. Oh, Eric Jones got top 10. Bubba finished 6th at Las Vegas last year. Eric Jones finished 9th. What's the big deal? So what? It's like Bubba finished better than him last year in that race. And he had a mechanical problem last week. But, okay, boomers. The boomer narrative. They will choose to ignore everything that actually happens and just pinpoint what they like. Yeah, I heard about the work they've been doing on the next NASCAR game, and that has me very, very excited. I was like, ooh, really? Y'all been putting in that work? I hope it shows. I just have to decide what system to get it on, PC or PlayStation. Probably for the sake of streaming, I'll get it on PlayStation. Maybe get it on PC in the future, I don't know. PS5 or PC? What will I get NASCAR on? PS5, probably. Kevin Harvick's up to 11th. If he was ever going to get right with God and have a good run, it'd be here at Phoenix. Ryan Blaney looks like the fastest car on the track, really. God, it just feels right. Spring forward, the sun is out. It's so hot that I have the air conditioning on in here. And I'm watching a race. It's that time of year. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet next season we'll have practice and qualifying every damn week. I wouldn't be surprised if late in this season they change it and start having a little more. I feel like Harvick's the obvious pick, and he hasn't been. Harvick's not been that strong at Phoenix in a little bit. He's still going to run top 5, I'm sure, be in the mix. But it's not like 2014 to 2018 where it was just hopeless and you just knew Harvick was going to be a pain in the ass at Phoenix. Really, you go back further than that, hell, at RCR he was winning at Phoenix. Jimmy John. I'd rather eat Jimmy John's than Hunt Brothers Pizza.
Laid out kind of weird. It's not a traditional oval because when this track was built, you exited what is now turn 4 to the outfield road course, which left the track there and came back here. That helped give it its unique shape. Then the grandstands, which were originally back here alongside the Jimmy Johnson way it is now, they were removed and the main grandstands moved to...
I miss Jeff Gordon Speedway.
And the new
Blaney Harvick gone over in the fastest lap time. That makes sense. Looking at Blaney. It's hard to pass here. William Byron and Chase Elliott are up to 22nd and 23rd. They're making good time. We're 10 laps from the competition caution.
It just carries the momentum. Going to be really difficult. Everybody right now is in that top groove in that traction compound, except for somebody.
Yeah, Larson passed Bubba.
Very difficult to do.
You tell him.
Now Kyle Larson seems to be doing the best job of those 3 that went to the back, already almost up to his teammate Alex Bowman.
Patience, lots of patience right here. You said it right there. As those guys are in a traction compound, you may be faster and you're going to catch them getting into the corner, but you can't exit with them. So then when you shoot the bottom, you beat them getting in, but they get such a good run.
Cars I'm looking at right now are Blaney and Harvick.
Martin Truex had worked his way up to 4th place, and now he slid a little bit to 6th after tagging the wall. Regan?
Well, the report from Truex right before he tagged the wall was the car is too tight. It continued.
It damn sure looked tight. He's right about that. It looked tight on TV. Keselowski retakes 2nd from Christopher Bell. Brad must have a good long run car. We're 22 laps in. He's settled down and he's back in second. Long run speed for Keselowski. I like that.
On the right of your screen, Jamie.
All three Penske cars running together right now, all similar in setup. All three were in the top 10 in the fall race here right now. Brad Keselowski's the only one that has gone a little backwards, saying he needs better drive off on both ends of the track.
Oh, good God. Look how fast Joey Logano drove up on Quinn Half. Jesus Christ, that's like unsafe. Kyle Busch is fading. Ricky Stenhouse passed Kyle Busch for 8th. So Kyle Busch good on the short run, not so good on the long run. So let's throw a competition caution in 6 laps and ruin this. Why do I complain so much? Because it's my fucking stream and I can say whatever I want.
You got to have that hot rod rotating in the middle of the corner. So
that's why.
That being said, this traction compound, what we talk about here, it is a little bit of a crutch.
It's not complaining when you're pointing out the facts.
You want to get in that traction compound. It helps get the car rotated.
If you poll NASCAR fans, I would say at least 70% of them would be in agreement with me on pretty much everything I say.
Third place, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney.
Competition cautions are stupid. No practice and no qualifying is stupid. Stage cautions are stupid. High downforce, low horsepower is stupid. Did I miss anything?
Get that adjustment, man. This thing's too tight. Free me up. Fenders are knocked in. I need help.
Did I miss anything?
Ryan Blaney, the back end stepped out a little bit. Those Penske
We have fun here.
forward, starting to pass some cars, and I think it's because their cars are set up just a little bit turning a little bit better.
Denny Hamlin wearing our Fox visor cam. There's his offer pad on board.
Yeah, lap 30 is the comp caution.
There's turn 3. Now he gets up that traction compound hard on the throttle, still fighting the wheel a little bit here off of turn 4. Coming through that dog leg. Car kind of sets in the banking. And right here, the track's very flat entry. You got to be careful how much brake you use, how much speed you carry. But you see how he just slides the nose up to that traction compound. This car's working pretty good because he was able to turn it down to the bottom on the exit.
All NASCAR stupid. Oh, yeah. Playoffs are stupid, too. Thank you, DFS. That's another thing. Playoff format's stupid.
Doesn't trust it quite enough. You see a lot of guys get too tight and get in trouble off
This car is stupid.
That's where I think the situation is. In the Xfinity race yesterday, a lot of carnage over there off the 2 coming up right here. But see, he cuts that corner off. The car, as you said, Jeff, wants to get loose into this turn 1 right here. That's what I like.
Stenhouse on the move, pressure in Truex.
60 plus miles per hour all the way down under 100 miles per hour down there in turn 3.
Ricky Stenhouse challenging for 7th.
He's bringing Harvick with him.
Look at who's coming into the picture there. Kevin Harvick.
Kyle Busch is faded to 10th. Stenhouse up to 6th, or 7th actually, past Truex.
Stewart Haas Racing gets back into it. They've been struggling.
Damn, Stenhouse, man.
Nice slide job there.
I think Ryan Preece could have a good day as well. Where's Preece running? Yeah, he's not in the top 20 right now, but this is the kind of racetrack I would expect Ryan Preece to have a good day at as well.
The championship for because we weren't good enough to win it anyway. So hopefully they brought back a different approach.
Iowa, I could take or leave Iowa. I like Iowa for those Xfinity cars, but I could take or leave that track. I didn't think it was a big loss. Yes, NASCAR leaving Wilkesboro was stupid. And we're still feeling the effects of that to this day because we have to fucking watch Texas Motor Speedway every year. Texas Motor Speedway's stupid.
What you see right here is everybody pushing hard for track position, knowing
the caution's coming in a lap.
Every position counts. The closer you are to the front, the better that hot rod feels.
You can see both of these shots on the left for 10, on the right.
Can Harvick get by Truex before this caution? Truex is tight on exit. No, he'll hold on. Caution's out. Another lap, Harvick would have been gone from Truex there. Truex's car's really tight on exit.
Kyle Larson, who started out back,
he cannot turn off the corner.
14th place among those 300 cars that started in the
so comers and goers. Brad stayed pretty strong the whole run. Blaney was a big mover. Logano as well. Stenhouse, Harvick, and Kyle Larson for damn sure. He's up to 14th. Well, Texas did lose a date, Caden. It's progress. Texas lost a race to Circuit of the Americas.
Now, someone may roll the dice and roll a little longer, hoping to catch a caution. But of course, cautions will completely make me adjust my Liberty Mutual race strategy.
And that was Larry Mack's Liberty Mutual, blah, blah, blah.
Pit road closed this time. We mentioned Martin Truex, who got up as high as 4th, but is currently 8th under this caution. We listened in.
Could have opened pit road right there.
When he says in and out of the black is the traction compound up high on the racetrack. You see where it's been applied. The asphalt's much darker there.
Well, Clint alluded to this. There's a lot of grip in that traction compound, but you heard him say...
I think the All-Star race at Texas was just a one-year thing to appease them for giving up a date. I'm sure NASCAR was like, look, can we get a date from you? No. Fuck it. We'll give you the All-Star race. Okay, fine. We know how Eddie Gossage and Texas Motor Speedway are. They want to keep their dates, knock that shit down, and put a short track in its place. Replicate North Wilkesboro on the property at Texas Motor Speedway, and you can keep your damn races. You got the money.
Being able to have that grip affords you the ability to pick up the gas early and kind of gets you in a situation on the exit.
Pit road is open. What are we going to get here?
And that presents its own set of challenges for drivers trying to maintain pit road speed around the curve inside of turns 3 and 4.
That was a really interesting first 30 laps. Don't know why we threw a caution.
The struggles that they are having with that race car. Calmly and coolly and quickly, though, crew chief James Small said we have a plan to fix the right rear of the car and to get the damage all taken care of. So they're going to do that on that race car.
Rare to see Jimmy John's on Kevin Harvick's car these days. They've scaled back their sponsorship, if I remember correctly. I'll compromise with Texas. Just replicate North Wilkesboro at Texas, and you've got a deal. Let's go, Brad. You're my pick. Get that lead back. There you go. Boy, Denny lost a lot of spots. Keselowski the leader, Bell second, Blaney third, Harvick gains 5 spots. His pit crew's been on it this year. Hamlin drops to 5th. Remember a couple years ago when Harvick's pit crew was costing him every damn race? You realize how many races Harvick would have won if not for parts failures and bad pit stops since he's been at Stewart-Haas? Because it felt like for the first 5 years, even though they were dominant, they lost a lot of races on mechanical issues, lack of short run speed, or bad pit stops. The mechanical failures in the pit stops is what makes me crazy. I'm like, Harvick could have won like 70 races by now. His pit crew this year, they have been on it. Picking up the slack for their lack of on-track performance, but they're getting there. They're obviously going to have a good race at Phoenix with Kevin Harvick driving the car. My pick is back out front. How you doing? Kyle Larson is in the top 10, it would appear. I'll be eating soon. I'm very excited because I haven't eaten since yesterday. Boy, I spent a lot of money yesterday. It's starting to hurt. Big tracks are fine. See, here's the thing. Tracks were never the problem. Look, Texas Motor Speedway sucked from day one, but most tracks are not bad. Because like Charlotte Motor Speedway, I know for a fact Charlotte Motor Speedway puts on great fucking races. It's the cars that suck. Go back and watch the Sprint Showdown before the 2016 All-Star race and tell me how bad Charlotte Motor Speedway is, because that was a damn good race. I was going to say I played NASCAR 06 the other day. I was doing my season. I did my Texas race in my season. And Texas Motor Speedway even sucks in video games. And then I raced there last night in 05 in the trucks, and I was like, damn, this fucking track has always sucked. It sucks in a game from 2004. What the fuck is this? Growing up, I didn't realize how bad Texas was, because we still had great races there, like Elliott Sadler and Casey Kane, or Jeff Burton winning that race in like 06 or whatever. We had good races there. But that was because the cars were much better back then.
Zero sugar. Tastes unbelievably delicious.
Yeah, Michael, I don't know why I didn't think of Bill today. Right before the green flag, it hit me, and it was too late. Ah, Kyle Larson too fast on pit road. Boo! He'll get it back. It'll be really impressive when Kyle Larson wins this race now, won't it? Too fast on pit road after he broke into the top 10. All right, Keselowski, Bell, Blaney, Harvick, Hamlin, Truex, the front 3 rows. Let's go. 39 laps to go in stage 1. Blaney shoots through to second.
That's Josh Williams. So Blaney gets away clean behind.
Harvick cut Hamlin a break there off of 2. Let him in line. And that's going to make Harvick vulnerable to Logano and Truex here coming off of 4.
Right there off of turn 4.
I love the option that dog leg gives you down there. And it's hard to put into words, Mike, how hard you bottom out when you go down. That's not by design. When they designed that dog leg...
DFS, it's like Thanos said. They could not live with their own failure. And where did that lead you? Back to me.
Into the racetrack. I thought it was going to spin right out.
From here, it looks almost like a Joker lap in, say, Rallycross.
Yeah.
Well, we saw where Denny Hamlin had a bit of a slow pit stop on pit road, so he lost that lead on pit road. And now
I wish that ugly green on Hamlin's car was like silver. It'd look cooler. Still like the paint scheme though, just because it's different.
And 2.7 seconds slower on the stop for Hamlin.
Yeah, Mike, they had a lot of trouble, a little bit of trouble on the right side, but especially lug nuts coming off the left front.
Well, you know, Larry, right? You get a little bit
I think North Wilkesboro is too far gone, but we can get Rockingham and Nashville Fairgrounds back.
and then you even have more issues.
I love Bubba's McDonald's paint scheme, don't you?
Chase Elliott. This last lap, have a look.
Well, fuck off, Bubba.
You see Chase, he just got up off the bottom, missed the yellow line, tried to get it rotated. And Bubba
That was Chase not getting speed off the corner, and Bubba didn't want to lift.
decided to get aggressive there, use the bumper.
Chicago was a pretty good mile and a half. The last couple races at Chicago were classic races to me. They were all-time great NASCAR races. And it certainly had its moments over the year. The 2009 Chicagoland race comes to mind. That's a very good one. Y'all should go back and check out sometime.
But then it's quite the opposite down here as you get to turns 3 and 4, Clint, because that
2010 was a good race at Chicago. That was one David Ruderman won.
Up on that apron and get the car rotated. It almost is too aggressive.
Oh, Logano. Oh, Logano wanted to slide job Hamlin so bad in the center of the corner. He thought better of it. He's going to clear him anyway, but Hamlin cut him a break. It's early.
Let's watch the different lines between these two as they come off turn 4. Right together right here with Harvick behind them. And now to the dog leg. Well, similar line this time.
Sometimes you don't want to go down there.
Got to fight for the lead up here. Blaney is looking underneath Keselowski off of 2.
A lot of damage that it can create to your car. So you go down there to create a block so somebody can't cross it.
Well, you know, Brad Keselowski, I felt like was the fastest car, even maybe gaining on Denny Hamlin before that competition caution. I was watching Blaney a little bit too. A good race car. Didn't know his race car was this good. Great adjustments on pit road to get that car dialed in. Both of these guys class in the field right now.
Well, Jeff, we talked about that in the pre-race. You know, who was going to take off Hendrick in this?
Blaney's really good through 1 and 2. I think Brad's better off of 4. Let's see how Blaney is in the 3. He's underneath Brad. Is Brad going to let him go? Yeah. Brad went wide, gave him plenty of space. Ryan Blaney takes the lead.
And down in turn 1, Kurt Busch took over 7th for Martin Truex.
Obviously,
Kevin Harvick looking under Hamlin.
Brad Keselowski's teammates
That's for
watch him,
5th.
and see where he's
Boy, Anthony
going.
Alfredo
Make some
is
adjustments, or he can make an adjustment
really
from inside
slow.
the car. Now we go to this
What, we're
great
like
battle for 5th.
7 laps into this run and they're already lapping Alfredo again?
This car looks good today, Clint.
Last guy you want to be able to get confident in a race car. You get Kevin Harvick confident, lights out.
Harvick's last win here was
30 to go in stage 1.
Reconfigured the track and moved the start-finish line. He would have completed this pass.
Harvick around the outside of Hamlin takes 5th place away.
Was in the low lane in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think Denny kind of moved over, saw that he was a lot faster, turning better, and kind of knew
Low
he was.
stack up between and around goes a
Oh, Alex Bowman's into the wall. Mike Joy saw it coming. He said there was a big stack up over in 2, and it ended up with Bowman getting spun into the wall. Mike Joy said they had a threesome.
Yeah, pretty heavy damage there to the left.
Left rear damage on Bowman. Nothing they can't fix. As long as the tires are still straight.
Looks like he's going to stay out on the track, try not to go a lap down, hope that damage doesn't get worse and cut a tire down or tear the fenders anymore.
Yeah, there's some kind of stack up here. Don't tell me it was our boy Ross Chastain.
Ally Chevrolet there, Bowman. Tries to peek to the inside of Ross Chastain. Oh,
Ross, I've noticed early in the race, Ross really backs up his corner entry. And then the 3-car run over the 48 as he was trying to stay out of the 42. It was just a stack-up deal.
Pretty good eye, Mike. That's exactly what
Chastain's been backing up his corner entry a lot the whole race. Let's see if it's that bad. Chastain's really tight on entry, too. That's another reason why he's backing it up so far. He's really tight getting into the corner. And Alex Bowman ended up paying the price for it.
Traction compound, his car wasn't turning. He had to whip disadvantage. That's exactly what he did. Had to hit the brakes, and you saw the 48 just didn't have anywhere to go. They run over him from behind. Away he went.
And you know, then you have Austin Dillon has no idea that Bowman's going to check up, and that accordion effect happened. That damage wasn't as bad.
Well, I hope Hendrick Motorsports' luck is not as bad as Junior Motorsports yesterday, and that's a lot of damage on the nose of Austin Dillon.
Part of this race car.
It can mess up so many things in there because I'll tell you why. Cooling, obviously the hole in the nose for downforce reasons, but the biggest thing.
I think Austin Dillon's damage is more significant than Bowman's.
You'll have cooling issues. The only thing you can do to fix that is pull all the tape off the car. There goes all your downforce.
Alex Bowman had a top 10 here in 2016.
We got some cars pitting. It's a split strategy. Kyle Busch, Byron, DiBenedetto, Chase Elliott, Chastain, Austin Dillon, obviously, for that damage. Bubba Wallace. Cars right outside the top 10 came down pit road.
Decides to pit right here and try something just a little bit different strategy-wise. A fast race car so far for him. He's moved through the pack nicely from going to the rear.
Is that 2 tires for DiBenedetto?
Kyle Busch in that Stanley car. It's the one only time this year he'll have those colors.
Yeah, take a good look. Kyle Busch in a Stanley car. I like the paint scheme, though. That's pretty neat. And I've come around on Chase Elliott's UniFirst cars. I used to hate those paint schemes, but now I like them. For some reason, I thought that UniFirst car was like so not Chase Elliott, but it's grown on me. Probably because it won the All-Star race. Why is it saying Stenhouse is the free pass? He's running in the top 10. Scoreboard thing, you're broken. Yeah. After, how long's it been? After 15 years, I finally bought a new wallet. And it's really cool. It's a Spider-Man wallet because I'm 12 years old, you know? It's pretty cool. It's a Spider-Man Miles Morales wallet, and the spider emblem on the front is like raised. It's like metal. Pretty cool. Beats the shit out of my old wallet. DFS, that's a problem I don't care about. I don't care where they put the numbers on the car. If it was up to me, would I keep the numbers right where they are and have been for 70 years? Yeah. But if they insist that they want to move the fucking numbers around, I mean, it's like, whatever. I think it looks goofy, but I don't really care. Because the COT looked goofy. But it's better than what we got now. So I've tried to let go of like the appearance of the aesthetic of things. Don't really affect me. It's like, how's the shit gonna drive? You know, instead of getting caught up in how they look or wherever they want to put the damn numbers. But I would keep the numbers. I would add the neon though. I like the neon under the cars. I'd put that at like every night race and let them pick their own damn color so it matches their sponsor, you know. And have it all the way around the bottom of the car instead of just under the back. That was like silly looking. It's like, okay, random light out from under every car.
Stage 2 contest, $10,000 will be paid out. So just download the Fox Bet Super 6 app for free. And
hopefully they get enough pushback to keep the numbers where they are, but I'm not going to leave that movement. I've picked enough hills to die on with NASCAR.
6 easy questions, 10,000. Only 6 people won this last week.
We are 2 weeks away from Bristol on dirt. I'm scared.
Come get it, Fox Bet. Ready for the restarts. Teammates on the front row.
Blaney,
And Logano, 1, 2, 3.
Logano, and Keselowski.
Wow.
God, it's like a super speedway start here when they do that. I don't like Joe Logano being up to second. Oh, he got tight. Him and Brad almost came together. I'm sure that would have ended well. Brad might have finally just had to haul off and punch him if that happened. Oh boy, 3 wide for 11th. That's William Byron. Let's see where these fresh tire guys are doing in about 10 laps or so. Blaney has not driven away. Brad's car has taken off really strong here. He's underneath him.
Keselowski going after his teammate Ryan Blaney. But going back to that restart, Jeff, that's why you got to be able to capitalize and pounce on this opportunity early where everybody's together. You're seeing that 9 car usually the 4 fresh good ones, and that's going to the front.
And Harvick had to jump out of the gas off of 4. What the hell?
Underneath Michael McDowell.
Thought he was going to get run over. Oh, I smell food in the kitchen. I'm fucking hungry.
The one, and boy, this was busy. Now McDowell there in the 34.
There's Corey LaJoy getting in the damn way again.
From here,
Kyle Larson coming through. Get out of the way, Corey.
This week gave him the key to the city for winning the Daytona 500.
Blaney's holding off Keselowski for now. It's a Penske 1-2-3. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
All right. The end of this stage, I'll get my food. God damn it, why don't we get food during the commercial? Now I got to wait 20 laps.
The big football stadium isn't the only big thing in Glendale. There's Roger Benson. Was it? There's Michael McDowell.
NASCAR's really good at fixing everything except what's actually a problem.
Come on, Michael, pick out somebody your own size.
Hey, how about that, though? You get to go go-kart racing at Daytona 500. That's awesome. Cool.
Ah, yes, I've always wanted to go go-kart racing with Derek Cope and Trevor Bayne. And throw Michael McDowell in that group. Oh, I'm racing with Daytona 500 champions.
Big week out here in the Phoenix area for our Daytona 500 winner. Now, Kyle Busch has fresh tires inside Kevin Harvick, and he's picked up 8 since the restart.
And, you know, like you said,
Yeah, the new tires are working out.
Fresh 4 tires as fast as you possibly can.
Still hard to pass here, so it's not as strong as it would be at certain other tracks, but yeah, it's pretty impressive.
These tires are going to level out, so you got to pounce on that inside lane, you got a little extra grip, and then you better get back up into that outside lane.
Yeah, pretty quick too. Within about, I'd say 7 or 8 laps, the tires start to equalize a little bit with pressure-wise, and as soon as that is, your advantage is over.
I guarantee a lot of people's watching this, though. They only had 9 laps on their tire when that caution came out, so that's only a difference in 9 laps you're seeing with Kyle Busch versus everybody's racing. And Larry, I just wondered, in the past here, before we had that traction compound creating that outside lane, it was right around the bottom. Fresh forward.
Harvick is giving Kyle Busch hell right now.
It was right around the bottom. Now that this groove and this lane is opened up on the bottom, I think newer tires make a bigger difference.
Let's go back a couple laps, Jeff, where Christopher Bell in the red number 20 got up and into the wall.
Bell brushed the wall off of 4.
It's just coming off of...
Just run a little wide. It's like he didn't even realize he was going that wide.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Jeff. Just a little kiss in the wall. He said it didn't make the car...
Kyle Busch. Boy, Bell's car is tighter. That's like night and day from what it was 5 laps ago. Chase Elliott is in the top 5. You're fucked now. When will Daniel Hemrick win an Xfinity race? Soon.
Speaking of 9, that 9 car is extremely fast and taking advantage of this. Everybody in the field is going to be paying attention to them.
Yeah, the guys that pitted for tires, Chase Elliott is faring the best right now. He's the biggest mover.
Kurt Busch has been a bottom feeder in the first part of this race, doing his passing primarily on the inside. Didn't work that time on Michael McDowell, but he's going to keep at it.
Kurt Busch this year, 2021, it's like a rejuvenated Kurt Busch. He might be one of the oldest guys in the field, but he's been one of the most aggressive on the track.
Kurt Busch is a good indicator of where Ganassi's at right now, because Kurt Busch is an exceptional race car driver, but they're not a race contending team most weeks. They're top 10 usually. He'll get the most out of it. I think Ganassi's taken major steps back in the last couple of years. I think 2017 was their peak with Kyle Larson. But since then, they're kind of back to where they were before that. They're a B team. Ganassi is a B team. You fuckers going side by side? Yeah, I'll wait to get my food till the end of the stage. God damn it, I'm hungry though, and I can smell it. Kyle Larson is 11th already after that speeding penalty before. Jeez. Aaron Jones just got extended with the Packers. I figured that he would be their top priority. Just like Allen Robinson needs to be the Bears' top priority. The Bears freed up all this cap space renegotiating with Khalil Mack and somebody else, and it's like, hey, you better use that money to pay Allen Robinson. Logano takes second from Keselowski pretty easily. Although Brad's roaring off the corner right back up to him. Well, Logano will hold the spot. I'm so distracted right now because I want to go get my food. 10 more laps and I can go get it. Yeah, I remember the 10. It was kind of lame for countdown shows. Although when I'm playing a NASCAR game, I usually like to turn something on YouTube and listen to it. And sometimes I would turn on some of those old episodes of the 10. Yeah, fresher tires after the other cars have about 10 on theirs is good for at least 10 laps yourself, but after that they've kind of balanced out now. But short run, yeah, give me tires. But then if you get a short run at the end of the race, it depends on who stays out and who takes two and who does what. So remember how Ryan Newman won here a few years ago? Kyle Busch had it made, then Joey Logano ate shit. Caution comes out. Kyle loses the lead on pit road, and fucking Newman and Stenhouse, Larson took 2 tires. They get out front. Newman ends up winning because Stenhouse raced Larson like an ass.
This week on NASCAR Resup.
They franchise tag Allen Robinson. Those bastards.
Catches up with the champ Chase Elliott in his hometown of Dawsonville, Georgia. Plus, don't miss your favorites. It's Winners Weekend and Winnie Elective from the ATL. That's this week on NASCAR Resup. America's only.
Set my microphone up for when I eat in a few minutes, so I can lean over and talk and watch the race at the same time. When will Newman win again? Probably never. It'd be on a super speedway if he does. Tyler Reddick's gotten better. At the start of the race, Reddick was out to lunch. I don't know what the hell was going on there. He's gotten a lot better. El Bubba's 16th. Eric Almirola's 14th. He needs to have a good day. Big time. He's having a horrible year. Larson, after that penalty, is going to get stage points.
Brian Newman, our Coca-Cola Zero Sugar can, giving you a good look at the crack in the lens, yes, but at the 8 of Tyler Reddick just ahead, and the end of the wall right there.
Boy, Tyler Reddick had a moment there. Kyle Larson ripping the high side.
Into the top 10 for the second
3 Hendrick cars in the top 10 after they all started in the back. And one of them had a penalty, had to come from the back twice. We'll see if they have anything for Penske. I bet in stage 2 you'll figure out who's got it today, Penske, Gibbs, or Hendrick. Because they're all pretty competitive. Except Truex and Bell have fallen off, but they were a victim of those guys on fresher tires. Logano putting pressure on Blaney with 3 to go. That lap car really hurt Blaney on corner exit here. See if Logano gains anything out of this. Yep, Logano's going to have a shot at this stage win. Blaney's taking a defensive line off the corner, running a little lower than he'd probably like to. He didn't want to let Logano get to his quarter panel. 2 to go.
Chase Elliott right there coming into the screen, been laying some really good laps down. Those boys, they started in the back, but they're coming. Won a championship this track last year. These guys better be making some adjustments because those guys are coming quick. Pit road is closed with 2 laps to go.
This time Blaney goes wider off the corner, and Logano's there. He's to his inside with 2 to go.
And that's the point you carry all the way through.
That one lap car really hurt Blaney. Now Blaney's going to carry a huge run off of 4. Logano got loose on the bottom. 1 to go.
Perfectly showed the difference in the grip on that inside lane versus that darker lane where the traction compound is.
I think Blaney will hold on here. Logano didn't get close enough to make a run at him off of 2. Blaney's just got to play it safe for the rest of this lap. Elliott's under Hamlin for 4th. I think Hamlin's going to get it, though. He's going to have the outside line coming off of 4 to the line. And Blaney wins stage 1. And I was right. Hamlin holds on for 4th. Although now it says Elliott. Nah, it was just after the thing. Blaney wins stage 1. Yay. All right. I will be back in a minute. I'm hungry. I'll be right back. Okay, I made it. And I got my food just in time for the stage break, too, so. I'm trying to stay away from the mic so you don't get ASMR of me eating. This mic is so sensitive, I don't trust it. I feel like it picks up every little noise. I wish the race would come back on so y'all had something to listen to. I think as soon as that Smithfield money runs out, Eric Almirola's career is over.
In Phoenix, our aerial coverage is provided by Goodyear for those who push the limits of possibility. Goodyear, more driven. Pit row will be open, and the three Penske Mustangs will lead them in. Blaney, Logano, and Keselowski. Regan.
Well, Kevin Harvick in the 4 car, they decided to stay out that last pit stop. Not a big fan of that. That race car got too loose on the heat cycle for him, meaning after the tires heated up and cooled down, it didn't handle the same. Also did not like the adjustments they did on the last stop of that race car. The back of the car is just not in the racetrack and it's sliding. Jamie?
And the 12 of Ryan Blaney had only led 1 lap before this race this season. Fired off a little bit loose there. Air pressure adjustment has been taking them in the right direction. Meanwhile, look who entered the top 5. Chase Elliott, bad fast so far today. They made it better with the track bar adjustment. Turning better now, the 22. Joey Logano fired off a little bit tight. Air pressure adjustment for him and his teammate. Brad Keselowski, the 2 said he's getting beaten.
And unfortunately, Joey Logano takes the lead off pit road.
And yes, Keselowski getting beat. Here's a ram race off pit road.
Blaney, Hamlin, Elliott, Keselowski.
Losing 2 spots.
After that.
Kyle Larson gained a couple, so did Ricky Stenhouse.
Let's get Ryan Blaney on there. Hey, Bullet, Spoiler up the booth, you got us?
Hey, Clint. Yeah, I got you.
Man, a little rough start to begin with this season, but got her going in the right direction. Top 5 last week in Vegas. Stage winner.
I'm sure Blaney's real glad to hear from Clint because he knows that means Clint's not on the racetrack.
Richmond Hard Sport Mustang was pretty good there. Falling off a little bit towards the end of that run. So hopefully worked on it here and trying to make it a little bit better for the longer run. But friend of group effort, but we got a lot of races left to go.
Certainly not the RPM of that engine running that car right now. It's amazing how you keep your composure. I don't know how you do it. I certainly wouldn't get at that. But, man, you're looking good on the racetrack. Happy for you. Keep up the good work, buddy.
Of course, Clint couldn't keep his composure. He could barely drive in a straight line the last couple of years.
An excited Ryan Blaney is our stage 1 winner.
Does Ryan Blaney ever get excited? Whatever this commercial is, I'm sad I'm not listening to it because it's got Dick Vitale in it. Hey, baby! Oh, would you stop emailing me? Why did I get an email from Sonoma Raceway? Do they know where I live? Fucking hey, stop emailing me. I got 2 emails from Sonoma. Looking more and more like Sonoma's going to happen this year. I'm assuming that email has something to do with it. It said California's lightening up about outdoor sporting events. Oh, the caution was the stage end, Erica. The stage ended. Now Dickhead Logano's got the lead. case you can't tell, this is good food. That's why I'm being so quiet. Daniel Suarez, too fast on pit road. Not that it means much. He won an Xfinity Series championship with an assist from Cole Witt. Oh God, a commercial of people painting. Anxiety. No. Where's the commercials? I'm gonna go grab more food. Oh, never mind. They're coming to the fucking restart. I'm still hungry.
So they'll both be starting near the back. James Davison gets the free pass, and his teammates Logano and Blaney up front. Keselowski back in fifth behind him.
Thought I would have had some time.
Restart zone, and here we go.
Well, Jolo smoked them on that restart. 4 wide for second. 4 wide, 4 wide, 4 wide. They sorted out. 3 wide now for third. Chase Elliott around the outside. 4 wide. 3 wide. Elliott through to third. Logano out front. Harvick's having these great restarts, but they just don't go anywhere. It's through the middle of 1 and 2. Those guys around the outside's what did him in. Elliott and Larson both.
You know, the pit stop re-racked him. You've got to be able to keep those guys behind you. He knows the importance of that as a champion race car driver.
Man, I picked the wrong Penske car. I feel as though I made the wrong decision.
Front 5 on the bottom, the next 4 way up in the top lane in turns 3 and 4. This is 9th place.
18 Kyle Busch fires off fast. We'll see if the adjustments that they made on pit road, if those are going to help it on the long run. But you see, he's able to make some good moves, make some passes.
Bubba's running 12th. What's he doing there? Why is Bubba running 12th? How is he doing that? I ain't watching NASCAR no more. They're trying to help him.
From an earlier decision where they took no tires on one stop, and now trying to work their way back up into the top 20. Bubba Wallace right behind Ricky Stenhouse. I love the graphics on this car. They are both.
I already said that, Mike Joy. That's a nice paint scheme.
Gets the message across. Sharp-looking race car.
They want a quarter pounder. Maybe a double.
Me too, Clint. I'm hungry. That's why I'm about to go get more food as soon as I get another commercial. Who does Bubba Wallace think he is? Having a good run.
We're pushing 13th. Let's get a little more insight on that long.
Hell, Corey LaJoy's doing all right. Corey LaJoy's 20th. That's not bad for a Spire Motorsports car. Truex is fucking dog shit right now. Oh, we have a caution, and I will be right back.
Well, the caution is back out. Anthony Alfredo torn the back of his car off, exiting turn 2.
Heavy damage to the back of that race car.
I'm not even sure I see a spoiler still on the back of that car. See a replay here.
Oh, a little bit of help. Or a lot of help. That's a lot of help.
was. 34th, a lap down. Cody Ware was on the lead lap, and there is the other end of that collision. And oh, there's that spoiler. Or no, that's part of his rear valence anyway, from the 38.
There's no denying what happened there. Now, what happened prior to that, getting down into turn one, hard to say, but you know, you definitely can see Cody Ware gets out. I don't know if he got into the corner a little bit too hot, but man, he definitely slid up the racetrack, made contact. Anything Alfredo sent him around, and then damage to the Cody Ware car also.
Who wrecked Alfredo? Cody Ware?
So how do you make the best NASCAR?
Sorry, I was getting food.
Better? You grab the Fox Sports app. You get exclusive content.
And we have a caution. Caden, I gotta say, after a week of playing the Thunder games, the old EA Sports NASCAR games, I'm used to the handling, but yes, it is an adjustment. The steering always feels so twitchy. It's like either too quick to respond or not responsive enough. It's hard to judge. And not being able to hold the gas down halfway, it's either all or nothing, is a pain in the ass, and it hurts my driving.
Texted me to say it's her birthday today. Oh, man. She's going to be honored at the Amelia Island Concourse. And pioneering NASCAR woman racer Janet Guthrie had a birthday last week. Janet Guthrie had a top 10 at Bristol.
Well, she was no Danica.
The Indy 500. Now, here are some of the women who are involved in NASCAR this weekend here in Phoenix. NASCAR Race Up will have women.
I ain't watching NASCAR no more. Who are these women?
Thursdays and more. Jamie.
Well, and there's one other woman that's not shown there, and she's not here today because of COVID protocol. She has to be back at the race shop. But Andrea Mueller is the head race engineer for the two team at Brad Keselowski. She helped the team to 4 wins last year.
Brad Keselowski letting a woman tell him how to build his race car.
I talked to that man right there, the crew chief, Jeremy Bullen, said she keeps
what is this world coming to?
She does the setup sheets, the build sheets for the race cars. She's like an encyclopedia of knowledge, and many people in this garage.
Have I covered all the things boomers hate?
Female crew chief in the Cup Series.
Women being top of the list.
Why not? 92 laps complete.
Cool beans. You dumped Matt Kenseth. Well, you saw what happened to the last guy that dumped Matt Kenseth, so Caden, I'm praying for you. Ron Hornaday pissed me off last night. I felt 10 years old again. Ron Hornaday had me fired up. Not really fired up, but I was annoyed. Last night at Kansas in NASCAR 05, I pitted under green. Because pit stops were happening. I needed to pit. For absolutely no reason. After my pit stop, the game held me in my pit box for like an extra 2 seconds. There was no car coming by or getting into a stall. It could have just let me go. It held me in my pit stop for 2 seconds to let Ron Hornaday get ahead of me when we cycled back through. So I decided to be a dirty asshole and cut up on the track instead of getting up to speed, and he fucking ran into me and brought out a caution. We ended up tailing the lead lap, fighting for 7th, and I'm like, you motherfucker. All because the game held me in my pit stall for an extra 2 seconds for no reason. NASCAR 2005, you get screwed on pit road so much. It's totally a handicap. If you all pit together under caution, you will lose at least 3 spots. And now my fucking remote won't let me unmute the television.
Let's take you back to the days of...
Do you pit? Depends. I won the Daytona 500 in my career mode on strategy this morning.
For A.J. Foyt, the legend, was the inaugural winner.
I'll tell you that story in a minute when I'm done eating.
Yes, they flagged the races from trackside then.
Hey, we're still in black and white.
Not so much anymore. Where the flag persons and today,
Flag person, gender neutral.
sound up and above.
The gender neutral flag person.
Zooming past.
Jeff, were any air races in black and white?
Oh boy.
Hey, I at least had a roll cage on there. No leather helmet.
Welcome back to the Instacart 500. Been a fun one so far as we complete the first stage. And the Penske cars, kind of like you talked during pre-race, Jeff, coming right to the front.
Yeah, and we've seen them run really good at this racetrack in the past. We saw Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano finish second, third in the championship last year. So to me, it's no surprise. This just seems to be a track that suits their driving style, suits their setups and their race cars, and they're certainly showing it here today.
Quinn Houck will get the free pass. So we will restart with 33 cars on the lead lap.
But my career mode screwed me because... now my remote's screwing me. Motherfucker, I'm about to break this thing.
Doing what's right, not what's easy.
The batteries have been doing this for like months. It's like, can you just die already? Because I'm not putting new batteries in until these are completely dead. But anyway, career mode. I had to either skip qualifying for the Busch race or run the Gatorade Duel and qualify for the 500. They were both in 05 if you have 2 things on the same day. You just can't do both. It literally makes no fucking sense that I couldn't qualify my Busch car if I wanted to run the Gatorade Duel. But I know Busch Series racing at Daytona and NASCAR 2005 is fucking broken. So I decided to qualify for the Busch race. I won the pole. Started dead last in Daytona 500. Got up to about 20th. And at like a lap 8, there was a caution. There was a wreck off of 4 right in front of me, and I missed it. And I pitted on lap 9 under caution. Everybody else stayed out. A couple laps later, there's another caution. About lap 12 or so, they all pit at the same time, and I get the lead under caution and block like hell for the rest of the race and won. So, yeah, I felt like a genius, even though it was just luck that those 2 cautions happened. I got screwed by a damn caution in the Busch race because Matt Kenseth was like a lap down and wouldn't get out from under me. And you know how sensitive and weird the steering is. We touched and he spun. And a caution came out. I was like, great, now I'm fucked. Because I was just going to shove Dale Jr. way out front in his Oreo car. That was my strategy. I was like, I'm going to get up under the leader, shove him way out front, stay with him, and then pass him with like 2 to go. And they won't have time to catch up to us. I was going to do that in the Daytona 500. It ended up being me and Junior again. From the Busch race to the Cup race, it was me and Junior again. But Junior kept running wide into the corner. And I was trying to push him. And I got too close, and it got him loose, and he slid up the track, and I had no choice but to pass him. And then from that point on, the whole fucking field was on top of us, and I was having to block 3 lanes. I'd gotten pretty good at pushing in NASCAR 06. 05 is similar enough, but I was having a hard time for some reason this morning.
One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR. Anthony Alfredo's car is hauled off. Last year here, final race of their Cup careers for Clint Boyer and 7-time champion Jimmy Johnson, posing with their families on the day of the last race of last season. Alex Bowman on the left, Chase Briscoe on the right now in those seats. As we get ready to restart with Logano and Blaney on the front row, Elliott, Keselowski, Hamlin, Larson.
Yay, I'm done eating. I'm free.
Benedetto and Byron in the top 10.
Restart. Logano's really good on restarts.
Shows the bottom right there, Jeff. I think that's only only going to come in.
Penske 1, 2, 3.
Who decides where to go?
Blaney and Keselowski side by side for second. 3 wide for third. Kyle Busch, Hamlin, and Elliott. Oh, Hamlin. Okay, he was clear. It was hard to tell from that angle if Hamlin was as clear as he looked. Oh, and Brad chops Denny going into 3 and gets hit. That was a NASCAR 06 AI block there by Keselowski, and Hamlin just nudged him out of the way. No harm, no foul.
Now look at that, opened up the door for Chase Elliott to get to the outside of 11.
Just fighting for real estate on these restarts. Trying to get in that top 3 or so he can be in position to have a good run. If a NASCAR game really pisses me off, I'll dump somebody for a caution. Last night in that Busch race at Kansas, I didn't give a shit. I wanted to get my season over, and I couldn't win the championship anyway because I didn't get my Busch ride till halfway through the year. So I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing this race again, and I'm not fucking around. Hard racing for third. That's a bump draft down the backstretch at Phoenix. Hamlin and Keselowski. And Chase sends it on the bottom. He's going to clear Hamlin and Keselowski. Made it stick off the corner. Good. Oh! Mike Joy said, crash him. What are you talking about, bro? Larson and Kyle Busch just cut the dog leg on the front stretch. Nearly got together. Look at Kyle loose on exit. It's just running the bottom, though. You run the bottom, there's no grip down there. I think the two Kyles have a healthy racing relationship. They're good.
18 Kyle Busch is trying to side draft the 5 and the 5, trying to get right back down to his door.
So they continue 6th for Larson and 7th for Busch. Here comes Harvick.
The battle from 6th on back is pretty intense right now. Top 5 are pretty much sorted out for the time being.
Kurt Busch has been hot on the radio. He is back to 19th.
What's up with Kurt?
He had fallen back out.
Oh, are we going to have Kurt Busch Radio Sweetheart? Kurt Busch Radio Sweetheart. Let's hear it. Or can they not play the audio because they can't get it censored enough? It'll just be one big loud beep. So here's Larson and Kyle Busch. This is what had Mike Joy pissing his pants.
18 gets to the inside of Kyle Larson. It's like Kyle Larson was going to come down there to side draft him, and then 18
that was pretty sketchy. If he'd have been playing NASCAR Heat 5, the frames would have dropped there, and they would have definitely wrecked. Why has that game got so many frame drops? It's even worse on PC.
Well, boy, you talk about uncharacteristic. Kyle Busch always makes the most of anything that he has. I'd be surprised if there's
Harvick and Bell battling for 8th.
Well, but as a crew chief, I would imagine that's what you want to hear. The race car.
I'd like to point out Alex Bowman is 15th. Remember that damage he got earlier? He's running 15th right now.
You can definitely tell if you
I felt like Austin Dillon did get it worse than Bowman, and it shows. Dillon's 23rd, Bowman's top 15, and doing pretty well for himself after that.
Asking questioning, not complaining about it. Now,
Ooh, Kurt Busch had to jump out of the gas there.
who had dropped back out of the top 20. What happened there, Regan?
Well, Mike, this is one of the cars that came to the pits on the last cycle just a few minutes ago. Listen to this radio. You mentioned
There's Kurt Busch's radio, Sweetheart. Oh, he's pretty calm.
Yeah, I hear that, but I want to make sure that everything's not changing at all, or it's just staying the same. I understand you're saying it's still not corrected, but I'm also make sure I'm making a home customer.
He's picking him off now. He's passing Briscoe and Bubba Wallace off of 4 here. Oh, Bubba got a nice run off the corner. Hold that spot. Kyle Larson into the top 5 around Denny Hamlin. Hamlin's going to cross him over. Here we go. They're still side by side. Hamlin's going to take the spot back. Kyle Larson's never had race cars this good, this consistently. We're 5 races in. He knows it by now.
Let that guy get position on you. is on that outside.
And Kyle Larson actually had position on Denny Hamlin about a lap and a half before this, down in turns 3 and 4, and he didn't do the slide job. He didn't fully commit, and so he had to rework that and get position a different way.
And look who's right behind Hamlin. Kyle Larson.
Byron under Bell for 9th. Bell slipping back.
William Byron. How about Christopher Bell?
Starting to see some slide jobs.
I like what I'm seeing in 3 and 4.
The other thing, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say the groove's moved up quite a bit. I think some of that traction compound's starting to wear off a little bit. We're seeing some guys use that lane on the bottom because it's such a shortcut and able to make that slide job.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I definitely think that it's wearing out, Mike. Starting to see that bottom fail a little bit.
Martin Truex moving back up toward the front, currently 13th, right behind Ricky Stenhouse. And ahead of Stenhouse, there's Eric Almirola on the outside. Joey Logano out in front of Ryan Blaney by 8/10 of a second after 111 laps.
Unfortunately, Joe Logano's your leader. I'll be right back in a second. It's not empty. Hey, I'm settled back in now. I'm not a Denny hater. I'm only a Denny hater when he gives me a reason. And even you would have to admit, he's given plenty of people a lot of reasons over the years, but all in all, I do not dislike Denny Hamlin. I was a big Hamlin fan when he first came into the Cup Series. Of course, that was back when Gibbs was driving Chevrolets. Oh, you're talking Caden. My bad. I just realized. Sorry. Yeah. Denny's certainly given people reasons in the past. Damn it. He gave me reasons, but I can let shit go. I am NASCAR.
117 laps in here at today's Toyota Top Performers. Denny Hamlin now 6th, Kyle Busch 8th, Christopher Bell in the top 10. Martin Truex, Bubba Wallace.
It's a lovely day.
Now, we settle the championship here at Phoenix in November, so this is a very important race for drivers with hopes of being in the
Martin Truex back in the top 10 now.
All of the 2020 championship for
Alex Bowman up to 13th. He passed to Benedetto and Stenhouse during the commercial.
No surprise, but you never.
If that Hendrick car can run that decent, you know the others have speed. Elliott and Larson are 3rd and 4th right now.
We come to this race and it starts to paint a picture of what we might see in November.
Did you notice last year how the Phoenix championship race was nothing like the spring race, though?
Let's take a look at today's right combination, sponsored by Subway. Here's Larry.
Subway.
Yeah, Mike, this is their...
Carl Libbert's ears just perked up on a instinct. Anytime there's a Subway ad, Carl Libberts wakes up and is like, huh? Somebody call me?
The first 4 races of this year, 3 top 5s, 4 Phoenix races together, one win and 3 top 5s, that might be the right subway right combination to get their second Phoenix win together.
Well, they've led 31 laps today, and those are the only laps that were not led by a Team Penske Ford.
Battle for third. Hendrick cars here. Larson under Elliott. I knew I should have picked Larson again.
How important that is. Look how he just turns right underneath his teammate Chase Elliott to get to the inside.
I was feeling parity, though. I said another different driver's going to win today, and
then he goes right by him.
which is still likely to happen. Logano and Blaney are strong. And Larson's through to third now. 69 to go in stage 2. Nice. Still counts.
Because of the way it's rolling in the middle of the corner. You see the graphic lower right. Remember, Larson has come to the front twice now from the start of the race, and then recovering from a speeding penalty.
But I will say this. This is the point in the race you can't afford to make that mistake again. Very, very important as we get to winding down the laps of this race to not make those mistakes. Nip them in the bud and make those mistakes early, but you can't afford to do it at the end.
And one thing I do want to point out before we go to our leader, Joey,
Logano's got a 2.5-second lead. He's the strongest car out front we've seen so far today. I'm sorry to report. Larson's probably fastest car right now, but Logano's had the biggest lead of anybody today.
Last time they were here, so you talk about those 4 championship drivers.
He's really good at getting in the way when he's out front as well. I took a page from him this morning when I won the Daytona 500.
So if you're trying to win Clint's money, did you pick Kyle Larson for the best finish in stage 2 among this year's race winners so far?
And I'm so confused with it. Do I want him to or do I not want him to? Pick that winner. I'm not going to lose more money.
Keselowski making a run at Chase Elliott for 4th.
Yeah, I know which one I'd be picking. A shocker.
If you're having trouble finding Denny Hamlin's car, it's because it's the first time in a long
All those Fox app people had to get their picks in 20 minutes ago. You're done. Elliott crosses over Keselowski. Quinn House slowed both of them down.
That's why you're seeing the orange and white offer pad.
It is bizarre how you can't hook the bottom and make good time deep into a run. It's all around the outside. You might be able to dive bomb and slide job somebody from the bottom, but if you're side by side coming off the corner, the guy on the outside is going to just pull away.
Pass on Chase Elliott right here. That's a difficult. You see the 9 car, he went up, came up.
See, Hamlin got under Elliott, really should have made the pass, but Chase had the outside.
Yeah, that car's really just kind of flipped the switch in the last 5-6 laps.
But you can see because of that, he knows, Chase knows how that guy is trying to pass you. Do not let him get to your outside. Keep him down there, pump the bottom. That does 2 things. It's obviously hard to pass, Mike, but the other thing it does is make him wear his stuff out down there. He's not in that, you know, traction.
Now Hamlin's in a position. Well, no, he doesn't send it.
Will go away because of that.
So Hamlin doing
Couldn't slide job there.
on the 9 of Elliott.
Chase still holding them off, that outside line.
He's at 8.
And Chase Briscoe's having a good race now. He's had an adventurous day, Chase Briscoe. Kyle Larson the second.
Just knocking him down.
Oh, yeah, Joey Logano, I'm going to crush your dreams here. My boy Larson's going to win and break your heart.
Right? You can't waste time. You can't get up there, get in somebody's tracks, and start building up the air pressure or affecting your car aerodynamically. You get to them and you make the move.
But the man they're all chasing is number 22.
Third, Joey Logano in his 3.5-second lead. Hamlin's finally going to clear Elliott for 5th.
What happens is you get in a groove when you're fast, right? When you're running up front where Joey Logano is at the front and the point, you're rolling the center easier. You're not having to overwork your brakes. You're not having to, you know, turn underneath anybody. You're doing
Larson is the real deal.
Tires as cool as possible. The other thing you keep it cool is those.
I'd love to see him win again.
They shake.
Absolutely, and there's nothing worse.
Could you imagine back-to-back Larson wins?
And then it's cold. You get this buildup on the rotor from the pad, and that's what will start kicking that foot, your foot back and forth. because of the brake pedal. And boy, and by the way, the brakes don't work near as good either. It's annoying. But it's the point.
See, Harvick's running about what he's run the last couple times they were at Phoenix. He's like in the top 10, but nothing spectacular.
To make sure that you keep off of that.
Eric Almirola's in the top 10. He just passed Kyle Busch. Stuart Haas is having a much better day today.
Makes that car tight. Eric Almirola.
Chase Elliott's car not doing so hot right now. He's slipping bad. Trying to see where he's bad at.
Oh, he's been the fastest car on the track probably the last 6-7 laps, Mike.
Center of the corner is where Elliott's getting beat.
And you heard James Falls, crew chief for Mark Trace Jr. He's like, hey, I know you're struggling with the front grip. We fixed some things aerodynamically in the back from some damage or whatever went on there. He's like, but don't worry, we helped you on the front. Boy, did they. That car is coming to the front.
Teammates, Christopher Bell, Kyle.
Tell you what, Chase Elliott doesn't appear to have long run speed right now.
132 compared to 180.
Kyle Larson sure does. Since he got to second, he's cut well into Logano's lead. It's back under 3 seconds now. It was 3.5. I'm actually going to watch the leaderboard during the commercial, see if Larson's interval gets smaller. Hey, Janet. You're talking about Larson. Dude, we're 5 races in. Larson's going to win the championship. It's 5 races in, but come on. He's going to have a shot at it. Right now, he's a pretty heavy contender for it, I'd say. Big favorite. Been strong in every race. If he didn't smack the tire wall at the Daytona road course, he'd probably be leading the points right now. He's still cutting into Logano's lead a little bit, I can tell looking at the leaderboard. Yes, if you're just joining us, unfortunately, Joe Logano's out front. None of us here are that happy about it, I imagine. Surprised my Tumbo can still run in that commercial.
He is back.
I thought his knees were too bad.
Harper and the Phillies, and the reigning champion Dodgers take on the Rockies. It's all on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Joey Logano's.
Joey Logano out front.
2 leads here in Phoenix. Kyle Larson closing in. Have a look here at 18th place. Eric Jones, Tyler Reddick.
Bubba Wallace and Chase Briscoe in the top 15. Martin Truex, fastest car on the track at the moment. Big mover on this run. Says the best it's been, obviously. Yeah, it looks like it.
The only way you can fix that is exactly what I was talking about, guys. You got to be able to, because of that track position-wise, he was having to use a lot of braking, passing, and making moves, going to the bottom. That's going to create that excessive heat in the front tire. Starts breaking up your corner, as you heard him say.
Keselowski on pit road.
You got it tight, you're going to be loose off.
Harvick, Elliott, and Keselowski on pit road. Split it in half.
Right on time. I felt like within the next 8 to 10 laps, Regan, that they would be splitting this stage in half.
Well, that's exactly what the 4-car Kevin Harvick did.
Did startle me, though. I forgot the green flag pit stops at a place like Phoenix always throw me off because I keep expecting cautions and stages to break it up.
Chase Elliott just told his crew chief
So I actually go, wait a minute, Brad's pitting? Oh, yeah. It's about that time. And Chase Elliott's car was fading big time. Truex, fastest car on the track, he's short pitting the leaders. He was 5th. He's in now.
You just heard the radio from Truex Jr., that race car. Just a little disconnected at the end of the runs, but he's very fast now. They were able to fix that right rear quarter panel a couple
William Byron on pit road. Joey Logano on pit road. I brought everybody in. Pitting in NASCAR 2005 is so stressful because I keep wondering how much time I'm going to lose on pit road.
Logano hits his marks. Everybody getting 4 tires and fuel under green.
Denny Hamlin's car looks like a Miami alternate uniform or something.
But he's coming in.
Kyle Larson on pit road.
So important on these green flag pit stops, no mistakes. Get it all.
Denny Hamlin and his Miami Dolphins Toyota.
Jamie?
Hamlin in and Kyle Larson as well. Being very careful not to speed here. Larson's biggest
Yeah, don't speed again, Larson.
compound. He got a little loose going in.
I'm so in love with that paint scheme.
There's 4 tires stop here. This car has just gotten better as this race has gone on.
Bubba Wallace takes over the lead.
Oh my God, Bubba's leading. Woo! Bubba's leading.
He will pit this time.
He's pitting now. That's bullshit. They're letting Bubba lead. Look at them letting Bubba lead. I ain't watching NASCAR no more. They let Bubba lead a lap.
That'll put Corey LaJoie out front.
I don't even think he led a lap. He was just cycling around. Ah, Kyle Larson sped on pit road again. Son of a bitch.
For Larson today, we've had 19
Too fast entering for Kyle Larson.
last 3 Phoenix races.
And this time it's under green. That sucks. It was one thing under caution. Under green, that fucking blows.
a lap or two.
Well, congratulations, Joey Logano. You win again.
18 to Kyle Busch, uncontrolled tire.
Kyle Busch, uncontrolled tire.
Point in this race. It's going to be very,
2 major penalties here.
So Larson,
God
too
damn it.
fast in section 10, which is midway of the 27.
Bubba Wallace is now running ahead of Kyle Larson, officially ending racism. Kyle Larson asked how. I don't know, but you fucking did.
Look at the pit road timing lines and those that are in the curve.
Corey LaJoie's leading.
And the pit road speed time is measured at the inside of pit road there. So, well, section 10, right about toward the entrance of turn number 3.
And just depend on how you position your car in that corner. If you're out wide, then obviously it's a longer route, and you can get away with carrying a little more speed.
How long have we been doing NASCAR? 70 years? Why don't we have speedometers in the car, make it easy for them to go the right speed instead of like a tachometer and base it on horsepower?
That's what happened for Kyle Larson. You're going to go too fast.
Hey, BJ McLeod's third. Put him on the cover of NASCAR 22.
You have to make sure you're where your crew chief thinks you are.
And Larry can show us what we're talking about on his Ford Performance Cutaway car.
Yeah, we want to stress, these cars do not have a speedometer, and you used to have to just go off of RPM, but now with the digital dash, they actually have the lights. And I've talked to Jeff Gordon how he's...
Well, now it'll be really impressive when Kyle Larson still wins.
If he saw red, he needed to...
You thought it was going to be impressive earlier.
This is how these
You ain't seen nothing yet.
if they're too fast or too
I don't know if I'm working tomorrow, and I don't mind. Hopefully it's just second shift again if I do. I am loving second shift, by the way. I get to stay up late and then sleep all day and then go to work and then come home and stay up late again. Fuck yeah. And everybody's tired on second shift, so they don't want to be there long. Oh, it's been great. It's been a great last week or so.
My question is this, back to Larry McGriz, back to you, Clint.
Briscoe had a bad pit stop.
Why push it?
And Corey LaJoie's still out here leading this race. Has not pitted yet.
You even further exactly what you said on that aerial
Martin
view,
Truex Jr. will be third after these pit stops, and he was pretty damn fast. Joey Logano is going to have about a 5-second lead, though. 40 to go in stage 2. Look at this mess Kyle Larson and Bubba Wallace are in with Suarez in the 52. Oh, Bubba, hang on. Did they not see that? Bubba did a fucking initial D drift off of 4 that time.
The pie is definitely not in the favor of the 5.
Larson really pressing the issue here to get around Larson or Bubba and Suarez. Yeah, look at Bubba off this corner.
Just gets Bubba just trying to turn the wheel to stay off of the 99 of Daniel Suarez. It just brought the back end of the car around.
He's needing that real estate. He's getting
It's free real estate. It's free real estate.
Just like you said, the thing gets loose.
Corey LaJoie stretching his fuel mileage. He is out front here in Phoenix. Joey Logano in hot pursuit.
As the wheel turns. You know, it's weird, ever since we started doing this job that we have to do second shift, I feel like I haven't even been working because I get to stay up at night. Those are like my favorite hours. I hate going to bed at a reasonable time. I like to stay up late, just be alone. Can't do that when you're fucking getting up to go to work in the morning. There's Junebug. I couldn't find any NASCAR 08 PS2 setups online anywhere. Guess I'll just have to do it my damn self. I'm lazy. I don't feel like fucking with setups, so I'll just look up somebody else's. Couldn't find any for NASCAR 08. You gotta have two types of setups in that game, because you race the COT and you race the old regular car. Kyle Larson, I'm going to need you to stop speeding on pit road, if you don't mind. We could get 2 in a row. There's that same NASCAR Hall of Fame commercial they just showed. Nah, but where's that one Monster Energy chick that used to be there? The one with the red hair. Drew Brees officially retired? Officially?
3.14, then endless number. It never resolves. Jeff and I were at the racetrack, Mike. We were at the racetrack and it
Jeff and Clint can't decide who's talking right now.
just kind of be there.
Was Mike Joy about to say something perverted?
They once asked Yogi Berra, "Do you want your pizza cut in 6 slices or 8?" And Yogi said, "Better make it 6. I don't think I can eat it."
That's good, Mike.
It's the same thing.
That's good. You've been hanging out with Chris Myers way too much.
All right, third
Got a
place.
battle for what's about to be second when Corey pits. Truex and Blaney door to door.
Jamie did that record, or maybe it was
At this point, I'd have to cheer for Truex because I hate Logano.
You saw that's what squirmy looks like for
Let me try to pretend that it's 2013 and I'm cheering for Truex again. Hold on, let me get in the mindset. Okay, it's 2013. It's 2013. Go Truex. Let him go, Blaney.
Knowing that restarts could be in play, you got to be able to take off, but you also have to be
30 to go in stage 2. It's a long stage.
to balance that.
Larry, as we watch this battle now for third, I want to finish off the story on Corey LaJoie. He is still out there, led a bunch of laps here, still cruising in second place. What kind of strategy is left for them?
Well, they pitted actually the last.
I don't hate Truex, but I don't cheer for him anymore. But in this instance, I may have no choice.
To run this thing out the next 29 laps to the end of the stage. Yeah, he's going to continue to lose time,
crew chief.
Whoa, Corey, hang on. I don't know if they want to run much longer.
And Blaney will pass LaJoy for third. Let's go back to 11th and 12th. This is an interesting battle because here are two drivers that started the season off with horrible finishes. Eric Almirola and Matt DiBenedetto, you could say, dug themselves a pretty deep hole at the start of this season. Here they're currently 11th and 12th.
Fox camera guys desperately try to find them. There they are.
So last year, to make the playoffs in 16th place, you needed 666 points, which Matt DiBenedetto had.
Satan.
Here's what they have right
666
now.
points.
They would each have to average 29 points per race from here on out to be in a position to be able to make the playoffs.
Yeah, how was Larson on the lead lap? I thought for sure he'd have went a lap down.
There aren't even guarantees for our Daytona.
Yeah, Larson's on the lead lap. Okay, we're fine. Fuck it, Larson. Just don't do it again. Or if you are, do it under caution at the end of stage 2 and get it out of the way.
Because
we always say when and you're
I don't know how Larson's on the lead lap. He's mighty fast.
Different winners. If that streak continues on, and you got to think at some point it's going to plateau out. If you're far enough back in points, you might not make it. We've not seen it happen in the playoff system yet, but it could.
This could be the year.
But what you have to do is exactly what they're doing. You got to crawl before you can walk, and they're making adjustments.
As long as Larson's on the lead lap, he's a threat. I thought he was screwed there being a lap down, but no, he's on the lead lap.
Find the consistency and then get after the stage points.
But this is going to be the year of wild card winners, I think. 7 road courses instead of just 2. And the biggest wild card of all coming in 2 weeks. We go to Bristol and they lay down the dirt.
Oh, baby. 14 days, Boyer.
Oh, that's going to be so fun. Speaking of 14, they have...
We get to watch 3 days straight dirt races.
And I've heard, I don't know where this number came from, 1,400 entries from drivers who
You know, I still haven't played NASCAR Racing 96 since I bought it. I'm almost too scared to play it because I know the physics are going to be just awful. The cars look like, in YouTube videos I've watched, they look like they drive okay, and it's pretty good for the time, but I just feel like the physics are going to be hell.
That many cars on a racetrack is experience with the racetrack, with the dirt, and what that's going to do for that facility. You're going to learn so much about your compound of the track and everything, how to farm it, how to water it, how much to water it, when to water it.
I wish I could tell you guys what happened to my old copies of NASCAR 98 and 99, but I literally don't know what happened to all my old PS1 games. No idea.
That's right.
All right, let's give you a couple of updates. Kyle Larson, 2 speeding penalties today, only 2 in his previous 50 races. Larson came out 22nd after serving the penalty. He is now 18th, gained 4 positions. Kyle Busch, uncontrolled tire penalty. He came out 30th. He has gained only 2 spots to 28th, and he is 1 lap down.
Kyle Busch is a lap down.
Jeff, you said this race is going to be won or lost
Uh-huh.
on pit road.
Well, and we talked
so far,
and we talked a lot about mistakes. It's so
I don't hate it when he wins, but if something bad happens to Kyle Busch, I tend to laugh.
The way it's laid out kind of offers that up. It invites you in, and it can bite you, and it has bit Kyle Larson so far twice today. And then that.
Yeah, NASCAR Racing for PS1, 96 or whatever it is.
170 laps complete in Phoenix.
20 to go in stage 2. You know, Corey LaJoy still hasn't pitted, and he's running 9th. Dude, don't fall for these bullshit McDonald's commercials. That crispy chicken sandwich is garbage. Crispy chicken from McDonald's is straight fucking garbage. Stick to the spicy McChickens. The spicy McChickens, that's where it's at. And crispy chickens taste like fucking microwave Chick-fil-A. It's bullshit. Got a spicy one the other day, and it wasn't even spicy, and it tasted gross. I'm like, what is this dog shit? It's like school lunch chicken sandwich. You know, the only good thing about the McRib is the sauce. That barbecue sauce on the McRib is really nice. It's a shame the rest of the sandwich sucks. Hey, there was Haley Deegan. Like I said earlier, I'm so caught up in NASCAR 2005, I don't know when I'm going to get to play in 07, 08, 96, and all that. I'll get to it sooner or later. I haven't played Heat 5 in a couple of weeks. I was playing Heat 5 pretty heavily until I got NASCAR 06. Started doing that. It's like I can't play one or the other. I'm afraid if I play one too much, it'll fuck up my skill in the other, so I just try to focus on one NASCAR game at a time. Although those EA games are similar enough. NASCAR 06 is so difficult, it made me a better driver in 05 because 05 is easier. Because I'm having a really easy time with 05 just because I played 06 for an entire 36 race season.
Let's have a look at where the Coca-Cola family...
Boy, that Coca-Cola Racing family, 1st, 4th, 24th, 25th, 30th.
82 today. Denny Hamlin has led 31.
I'd be willing to bet Larson still gets a top 5 unless he busts his own ass.
Austin Dillon and Ryan Newman.
Which can happen easy here. It's slick out there.
175 complete. Newman.
I expected more from Tyler Reddick today.
Not on the same lap. He and Reddick and Chase Briscoe are on the lead lap, 18th and 19th. Newman is one down. One lap down.
Well, Jeff, you nailed it. Going into this weekend, this race is always defined by mistakes. On a track like this, the grip level's high. Passing is a challenge. It always comes
Alex
down
Bowman,
to
12th with all that left rear damage.
To be able to make sure you get throughout this race. Not making mistakes.
And I'll be honest, the one thing I miss, I thought track position, as important as it is, we've seen guys be able to pass. I like the way that this racetrack and NASCAR and what they've done here to be able to make multiple grooves and make some passing lanes. That's that to me has opened up the door for if you do make a mistake, you might be able to fight back from it.
Now, Kyle Larson has worked his way back up into the top 20 in 16. Larry, he got penalized for speeding on a green flag pit stop, so had to make his drive-through penalty and serve that under green. Explain how he is still on the lead lap, please.
Well, remember, he was one of the drivers right at the front of the pack, up near the leader. So when everybody made their green flag pit stop with the exception of Corey LaJoy, that kept him...
Between iRace and Bubba and all these girls, I ain't watching NASCAR no more. Yeah, I thought Dylan would be better today too, but he did get damage earlier. He got pretty big damage on the front end when he run into Alex Bowman. Kyle Larson's up to 15th, by the way.
But he never went a lap down.
Thanks, Larry. Joey Logano at 28.15. He, Martin Truex, and Kevin Harvick. And Kyle Larson are the quickest cars on the racetrack right now as you watch the third place race.
You heard that car hit and bottom out like we were talking about earlier. You go across that apron, you're going to hit.
And what's that do, aerodynamically, Clint, we have the skirts that hang down. That's a lot of what's hitting down there. And usually it flares those things out. Could flare up in a good way or a bad way.
Bad, and you see it right there on the 23 car as he goes down through there. Look at his side skirts, definitely flared out. It can be a gain on the right side, but if it flares too much and it creates that gap, you want to seal that air off.
We're under 10 to go in stage 2. It'll get good later. It's a long run. Truex, the amount of time Truex has made up over the course of this entire almost 100 lap run is pretty crazy. He's still gaining. Not going to catch Logano in 8 laps, but he's still gaining.
In stage 2, Logano with 2.5 seconds on the field. Healthy lead. Truex in second with about 4 seconds on Ryan Blaney. Back for the final stage point. It's going to be Christopher Bell against Alex Bowman.
Mike, they ran Corey LaJoy.
Randy LaJoy. Corey. This looks like a Busch race from '98. No.
On the lead lap. So what did you guess?
Harvick makes great moves on restarts, but can't make it stick. I noticed that earlier in the race.
Will each manufacturer have 3 cars in the top 10?
Say no. Say no.
You know what? Too many blue ovals. They had it. Too many blue ovals. But if Bowman passes Bell, then there's only 2 Toyotas in the top 10. The answer would still be no.
So don't say no. Say yes.
I like pie. Jamie.
He likes pie. Truex has Logano's lead under 2 seconds now. 5 to go, stage 2. God, Joey cannot deal with Ross Chastain. It's fucking him up. Truex has the lead down to almost a second now.
You know, it's very interesting to hear her say that about his
Chastain's fighting for his life.
Because the first thing I noticed was different lines.
Not unlike R. Kelly. He's fighting for his fucking life. 4 to go, stage 2. He's Martin Truex's best friend right now. Still don't think it's going to be enough, but that shaved more time off that lead.
Well, that 19 of Mark Truex Jr. is coming fast. I think this might be the best that could happen to this 22 team because they've been out there where the car's been handling extremely well. They need to make some adjustments to get back ahead of this racetrack and possibly
Kyle Busch, 27th, a lap down. Daniel Suarez in the free pass position. Ross Chastain's tail into the lead lap, fighting for all he's got here.
Traffic as well. Having to navigate around there, moving around.
Chase Elliott's still not that fast. He's about to get run over by Almirola and Bell.
Chevy, Ford, and Toyota, all 3 makes Clint involved
in you know, when we talked about Eric and the 10 car.
Hey, Michael McDowell's 26. Welcome back to reality.
He obviously showed you the points that he has to gain to make his way.
Denny Hamlin's 3rd. Yeah, Hamlin's looking good.
That's why you see him going at it so hard coming down to the closing.
2 to go. Chastain still in front of Logano.
We also profiled there. Is not back in 12th.
I think Joey Logano seeing that 19 car getting closer and closer, getting a little antsy here. Ross Chastain giving him a hard time trying to stay in the lead lap. And you can't blame Ross Chastain. That's exactly what he needs to be doing. Matter of fact,
the lead is down to a second. 1 to go. Chastain's still in the lead lap, right in front of Logano. Blaney and Keselowski side by side for 4th. Priest is slowing Blaney down. Now they're going to split him.
Fourth as they split Ryan Priest, 2 Penske teammates. And now Logano now. Suarez has got to go, and he is there. Suarez is right there because if Logano had passed.
And now Suarez gets back on the lead lap. Logano wins stage 2. Truex right on his tail. Logano cut Suarez a break. He let him have his lap back. He actually cut him a break. Kyle Larson's 13th, by the way. Well, Joe Logano won the stage, but bad news for him. Kyle Larson's still in the lead lap. God, I want to lay down now after I ate. Feel heavy. Yeah, if it goes green, Logano, Truex, Hamlin, and Larson are all really fast. Everybody else is just okay. Like Blaney and Keselowski are not far off, but everybody else is just kind of eh. Keselowski could still win me money. I could use some after yesterday. I didn't get my 2021 NASCAR schedule out of the local newspaper this time. I still got my 2020 schedule laying over there in the corner. If we get a late caution here, like I'm talking like inside 5 or 10 to go, somebody screwed up will probably win the race. It's one of those. Phoenix is a track that tends to happen at. I've seen Ryan Newman do it twice, okay?
Goodyear. Drive always discovers possibility. Goodyear. More driven. 2 stages complete. Pit road should be open. Joey Logano, the stage 2 winner. Austin Dillon ended up with the free pass in that free-for-all to be the first car on the lead lap at stage end. While Chastain and Suarez crossed the line on the lead laps.
Yep, Joey let Suarez have his lap back. That's a good booth buddy from yesterday.
Martin Truex Jr. continues his strong run today with this car after that early contact with the wall that we saw. Right now, he wants that race car to hang on just a little bit longer. It's too loose early in the runs, which causes him to burn the rear tires out. Kevin Harvick, that race car continually gets tight the longer that he runs with it, but it's not too bad right now for him. Jamie?
The 22 of Joey Logano, 2-time winner here, set in that dirty air with that lap traffic. It made it harder to turn. They'll adjust for that with air pressure and 4 tires. Teammate Ryan Blaney in, as well as Denny Hamlin in the 11. He said he got tight on new tires, but he liked the direction they're going. As long as it keeps tightening up, he'll be good at the end, he says. And the 2 of Brad Keselowski in that number 1 spot. Hard to turn, a little loose off. They adjusted for that. Track bar adjustment down in 4 tires.
Joey Logano still the leader. Hamlin to second. Truex third. Blaney fourth. Keselowski fifth. Bell, the big winner on pit road, he gained 3 spots. He is 7th.
Good work by the winner of that stage. Let's talk to him, Joey Logano. Hey, Joey, Jeff up the Fox Sports.
Phoenix is a really good track for Logano. I can't deny it.
Well, man, that thing was out there just setting sail. Nice job on pit road there. Great job winning that stage. But you had to be looking in your mirror and seeing that 19 of Mark Truex Jr. coming. What kind of adjustments, what kind of things do you think you're going to need to do to stay up front and win this race?
Yeah, I think our car's actually pretty close. It's lap by cars is the leader, as you know, sometimes a little bit tough. So try to keep your car intact. Just you know, what good's a gap if you never use it? So try to be smart and keep our car in one piece and try to get this self-hustle Mustang and victory at the end of it.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the way. Thank you.
Sound the screen. Not the one in Dawsonville, the one from the speeding police. Chase Elliott, Eric Almirola, Ross Chastain.
Don't you say Kyle Larson. Okay. Chase Elliott, Eric Almirola, Ross Chastain, too fast on pit road. Well, that's actually good for Larson because Almirola and Chase were ahead of him, so that's 2 spots he'll gain now. And yes, Keselowski is 5th. It's Logano, Hamlin, Truex, Blaney, Keselowski. Elliott, Almirola, and Chastain were too fast on pit road. So Kyle Larson will be back in the top 10 now. Who do I think is going to win now? It pains me to say it, but I don't see anybody beating Logano. I think Truex and Hamlin have great long-run speed. Larson as well. But you see how hard it is to pass. Track position's king at Phoenix. Logano's got it. Pit stops are on point. I'd have a hard time picking against Logano right now. Sure, the odds are in his favor. Oh, I forgot to mention, when I raced at Rockingham this morning in NASCAR 05, I actually gained a lot of time on green flag pit stop. Usually, if it's green flag stops, I can gain time sometimes. Rockingham, I gained like 3 seconds today on green flag pit stops. And I was like, hell yeah. Actually, my stream is behind because there's a delay. So my stream will always appear to be a little behind. My leaderboard and my cable that I watch the race on are pretty in sync. It's on point for me. Damn, excuse me. Sorry, guys. You know, I wonder if The Walking Dead's going to suck tonight like it did last week. The Walking Dead sucked so bad last week, I almost forgot it was on tonight. The first episode back 2 weeks ago was good. Last week was kind of lame. So I almost forgot that shit was coming on later. Atlanta next Sunday. Based on last year's Atlanta race, my expectations are not that high. But we get 3 short track races after that, and one of them's a dirt race. So I think we can all get through Atlanta. The Xfinity race and the truck race will be very good. Atlanta is a classic NASCAR track, and I love it.
Serving more than 2,000 children in need. Text PLAY to 36413 and help keep kids in the
People, let me tell you about my copyright claims. That's what that was about to be. Fox, can you warn me before you play heavily licensed music?
I've only one word for this. Really?
We're becoming pretty good actors, huh? I feel like we like each other.
We're fooling everybody. Maybe not.
It's Johnny One Note. It's a one-joke wonder, right? That boy.
That wasn't a joke, Mike.
Oh, wonder if they got all this out of their system now that they've been at Phoenix.
Boys, we're headed for the Geico restart zone.
All right, Logano, Hamlin, Truex, Blaney, Keselowski, and Bell up front.
No, it happened, all right.
Keep an eye on Kyle Larson in that top 10.
Things are gonna happen.
Logano's the leader. He picked the inside line.
Go after them.
Here's 10 feet with Kevin Harvick, spotter firing on from 7.
Oh, he got turned sideways. He saved it, though. God damn it, I got my hopes up there. I thought Logano was going around. Hell, he still got the lead. I thought Logano was gone there. Boy, that killed Martin Truex. And Christopher Bell almost wrecked in front of the field. Do I think Atlanta needs a repave? It needs something. God, Truex and Bell got totally screwed. Harvick's in a mess right now. 3 wide. And Logano, I thought he was done. I thought he was going to hit the inside wall.
Let's have another look. Watch Logano.
Hey, they're doing split screen replay. It's like they should do this every time. Ugh. Truex had Logano's rear tires jacked up off the ground.
Down on the apron, right? And you can't push a guy at that point. And then even further behind, you saw the 20 car.
Boy, if that can't stop Logano, nothing is. He's driving away again.
Did the same thing. So right here is where
We are 200 laps in. It's not looking good. My pick, Brad Keselowski's passing for 3rd right now. He had a good restart at least. That's something. Kyle Larson didn't really make a lot of ground, but it was a clusterfuck on that restart.
Now, are we apt to see what we saw in Kyle Larson's win, where he had great short-run speed, built enough of a lead that nobody could catch him, whether he had long-run speed or not?
Well, the one that,
There will be a caution before the end of this race. This race will not go green for 110 more laps. There will be a caution.
So Truex got a little bit of work to do. He might use up his brakes and his tires to get there because I think he's about the only one that could battle with our leader Logano. Now, of course, 5-car Larson has a race car to do it. He's just mired a little bit further back right now.
Track position's going to win the race.
Actually was just told by his crew chief James Small a few minutes ago, felt like that record tire was burned off just a little bit more than it needed to be as they looked at these tires after the pit stop. So keep an eye on that.
Well, that's funny you said that's the adjustment.
I like how I never pick Logano because I hate him so much I don't want to have to cheer for him.
And when you do that, you're going to wear the right rear out.
Kyle Larson continues to run the bottom and run Christopher Bell pretty hard right here.
That'll be the show at Bristol in 2 weeks right there, Bell and Larson. And they're racing for 7th right now.
It's a struggle. They're stacking them up. Harvick has nowhere to go. And the rest
Larson's got the faster car, but he's stuck on that inside line. Slider. He clears Bell. That was a lot of work for 7th place for Kyle Larson.
Fierce competitors and fierce rivals, and both very talented on dirt as well as here in NASCAR.
4th place.
Goddamn Truex passing Keselowski for 4th. Truex's car's really starting to come to him quicker than it did on the previous run. And it'll probably only get better. But is Logano going to be too far out front by the time it really comes in?
Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell, the 5 and the 20.
Yeah, so you're going to watch it. Larson tries to give a little push to the 20 of Christopher Bell to get him going and close that gap to the 12. And when he does, I don't know, maybe there was a shift that happened there too, because, man, when he touches him, it almost turns the 20 Christopher Bell right around. And I got to tell you, the 20 of Bell took notice of that, and I think he repaid the favor
extremely hard, yeah. For several laps, as a matter of fact.
And that's how Larson got back behind Bell.
Ricky Stenhouse in the top 10. Bubba Wallace is 11th. Uh-oh. Don't let him get in that top 10 now. NASCAR ratings will plummet. The Boomers will take off forever, never to return. Kind of funny, Bubba's 11th on the 43 with Eric Jones is 12th. Jones is having a very good race. Jones and Bubba both having good races. Logano's lead stabilized about a half a second or so.
Not able to expand on that. Denny Hamlin is
Hamlin versus Logano. I will cheer for Hamlin. In case you haven't figured it out, anybody versus Logano, I cheer for the other guy. Uh-oh, it's a NASCAR on Fox. Shut the fuck up. First one of the day, I think. I've been in my own little world here. Fuck off, Fox. Larson's going to need some cautions and no more mistakes on pit road to have a shot at this. Running 7th right now is good. I don't think this will go green all the way, but if it did, he wouldn't have a chance. He's going to need a caution or two. I'd love to see Bubba, Eric Jones, Briscoe, and Stenhouse all somehow getting that top 10. I'd say this is the best race since Daytona for the 23. This is about where I expect the 23 to run most of the year at best. Right at the top 10, top 15. Be a threat to win on super speedways. I think they'll have a great race at Martinsville. Bubba was already really good at Martinsville before, and Gibbs' cars are good there, so I'd expect Bubba to be a top 5 car at Martinsville. Wouldn't surprise me. Most other places they'll run probably about like this. 1.5 miles is where they're going to struggle the most.
laps complete here in Phoenix. Last time by, Martin Truex.
Truex, fastest car on the track in 4th. But he's 4th, so it doesn't really matter.
Runner-up Denny Hamlin, 3rd place Ryan Blaney, and Brad Keselowski in 5th. Group of drivers from
But there's about 4 or 5. The top 5 is pretty close together.
Ricky Stenhouse in 10th, Bubba Wallace 11th, Eric Jones in 12th, Chase Briscoe in 13th. All having good runs, and for Briscoe having his best run of the season. 107 laps to go in the Arizona desert.
Cool. Catch your breath commercial. Truex almost made my dreams come true when he just about turned Logano on the restart. You have to. Somebody needs to find out what cup races Cindric's running. Figured he'll run a few more. Thought it was like 6 or something they were going to run. Think you could run 7 and still run for Rookie of the Year the following year? Godzilla vs. Kong. Shit, I don't even care about Godzilla. I would go to the fucking movie theaters and watch that, and I don't even give a shit. The saddest thing yesterday in the Concord Mills Mall was walking by the AMC movie theater, and it was open, and they were showing something, but there was like hardly anybody there. It's like, that's sad, bro. Can't wait till we have some movies to go see. I guess Spider-Man, Black Widow, Halloween, and maybe something. Hey, Justice League comes out Friday on HBO Max, and I have been saving my HBO Max free trial for just such an occasion. So I will become a new member of HBO Max on like Friday and use my free trial so I can watch Justice League. Who's in the 77 this year? God, a bunch of fucking people. I know Haley's doing the majority.
Welcome back to NASCAR Cup Racing on Fox, presented by...
Are we going to do the Credit One Banks ones to watch now?
Laps to go.
It's my favorite.
Joey Logano has led the most laps. Here's your progressive race.
Truex has passed Hamlin for second.
He is one of 7 leaders. 11
Still within a second of Logano for the lead. Kyle Larson up to 6th. He passed Kevin Harvick.
Cautions. Only 3 cars out of the race. Cody Ware, Anthony Alfredo, and Timmy Hill. Blaney and Logano were the stage winners.
I love this racetrack. I love Phoenix.
I guess the only way I know how to say it coming from dirt is jump in the cushion. You can see where this groove is burned into this traction compound and where it's not. That outside where it's not as black and the marbles are, more importantly, you get those marbles on your tires, the friction in between them is gone, the grip level's gone, and you're going to be in the tints.
Here's the same look at the beginning of the race.
Now look how clean it is.
So we talked about how that traction compound burns in. Burns the Goodyear rubber into it, gets more grippy as the temperature gets up. And again, if you get those marbles on your tires, it's just like being on ice, and you're going to be in the wall.
We have a battle for the lead. Truex is on Logano's bumper. Within 2/10 on his bumper. Kyle Larson's back in the top 5. He just passed Ryan Blaney. Or he's working on it. He can't get clear yet. Blaney's going to fight him on the outside. And Truex takes the lead. Wow, that was easy. Martin Truex, 88 laps to go, takes the lead. Okay, I'm fine with this. As long as it's not Logano, I'm fine with this. But I hope Larson and Keselowski get another shot. Oh, don't tell me Quinn Half with the assist. Not really.
Absolutely, what he did, and how is it true? Logano had to do a slide job loose up off the corner. The 19 went in on the traction compound, got turned under him on the throttle. Away he goes.
I'm just so impressed at what Mark Truex Jr. did. And did he find something right there by backing up that entry of the corner, turning the car early and getting that long drive off the exit of the corner?
Truex, Logano, Hamlin, Keselowski, Larson, the top 5.
Logano had a little issue because of that.
Somebody will have the traditional right front tire failure late in the race, and we'll probably get a caution at some point. That's my prediction. Kyle Busch is the first car 1 lap down and 24th. He would love a caution.
Martin's last win, Martinsville, in 2020, 29 races ago.
Wow, who'd have thought 29 races would be considered a long drought for a guy who once went 6 seasons without a win?
Hamlin in third, 2 seconds back. Brad Keselowski in fourth, about 3 seconds back. Jamie?
And Keselowski had slipped back just a little bit, really quiet, but now the car's starting to come to life. He made that pass on his teammate, moved into fourth, said it's the best.
Yeah, Keselowski's car is as good as it's been since stage 1, but the trouble is the 4 guys he's racing against are all better right now.
Now here's Larson. He's 4 seconds off the lead, but he is as fast.
Kamikaze, I hope you're watching. Truex passed Logano for the lead under green.
Right there going through the corner. He is one that always pushed that cushion up, as I talk about finding the grip, keep chasing it up. You got to be careful, though, and not jump over that.
Blaney's 6th, Harvick 7th, Christopher Bell is 8th. Here's 9th place, William Byron, with Ricky Stenhouse and Bubba Wallace for 10th. Regan.
Mike, a very nice run for Bubba Wallace right now. Keep in mind that this team has not had a clean race yet this season. Talked to crew chief Mike Wheeler earlier today. He said, we have had speed everywhere at different points in the race. We've just had problems. As you've seen him pass to make his way to the top 10, this is not a surprise to these guys. Bubba still also learning all the components within this race car compared to what he's been in for the past few years.
You got wrecked by Wall Button. Wall Button. Wall Button took you out.
In 12th.
Bubba Wallace, top 10. Hello. Uh-oh. I better keep my mouth shut. The boomers will hear. Hey, boomers. Bubba's in the top 10.
So far today, Jones coming off a 10th last week.
Bubba's in the top 10. Truex is leading.
Exactly what this kid needs to do.
It's a madhouse.
Motorsports should put really solid races together and continue to build consistently nice and slow and turn those top 10s to 13s into top 7s to 8s if they could.
Now, Alex Bowman and Kurt Busch have kept kind of close tabs on one another over these last 50 laps. 14th and 15th. As you look back from the Ally cam.
Good adventure staying as you're on board here with Alex Bowman. Think about him getting turned around earlier, backing into the fence, all the damage that they had to fix.
Prime example why you never give up. You never know how a race is going to, turn out.
The season has such a different look compared to 2020 with the different cars running up front.
At 16th, teammates.
Much more competitive. Chase Elliott's stuck in 19th place. I know he had the speed penalty, had to start in the back, but he stalled out in about 19th. Almirola's ahead of him, who sped as well.
Really stubbing their toe and being off last week in Las Vegas.
Chase got robbed of the win at the Daytona Road Course. I'm still not happy about that.
Martin Truex out front by
This shouldn't be a problem because he should have won the Daytona Road Course.
with 79 laps to go.
It's a lot of fucking commercials. How dare they let Bubba? Bubba was in the lead and he's still in the top 10. How is he doing this? God damn it. Where's my 8 wide racing? Wait a minute. Wonder if you'll see any 8 wide racing at Bristol in 2 weeks. For the first time, you may see 4 wide at Bristol. I'm going to go ahead and say it now. You will see 4 wide at Bristol for the first time. Seriously, how are they going to get all that dirt and shit out of there? Bubba's in the top 10. This race is rigged. It's bullshit. How's he doing this? It's a conspiracy. Go woke, go broke, nice crap. Or in the NFL's case, you go woke and the network gives you an extra $1 billion to keep you on. I want to see somebody Herbie fully loaded or Lightning McQueen the outside fence at Bristol, like Casey Kane did in that Busch race one time. That was some wild shit. I think it was Casey Kane in the 38 Great Clips car. I miss Casey Kane. I miss Carl Edwards. I never thought I'd say that because I don't fucking like Carl Edwards. But I miss him. I miss Mark Martin, but I know why he's retired. He's old as fuck, dude. Mark Martin was old as fuck when I was in high school. I miss Rusty Walrus. Old Russell William Walrus. 74 to go. Martin Truex Jr. by 2 seconds over Joey Logano. Now they're doing the Credit One Banks ones to watch.
Well, Mike, I got my eye on our leader. Mark Truex Jr. has had to overcome some damage early on in this race, some adjustments on pit road, and now he's out front with the fastest race car, but he's never won at Phoenix. Today he gets that win.
Well, Jeff, another driver that's
That's my pick, Larry Mack.
In that 2 car, he has finished second twice. Remember what Jamie Little said. He's happy with that race car, but honestly, the one to watch might be who doing mistake-free.
Larry McReynolds started speaking gibberish there.
All right, guys. I took the 22 in the pre-race show. I'm sticking with the 22 car. Joey Logano's my guy. I wish we would have done these picks about 5 laps before this. He's not in the lead anymore. Poor Chappie. He took the lead, but I'm sticking with Joey Logano 22.
Well, Kyle Larson has gone from the back to the front 3 times. He's back in the top 5.
You know the best part about NASCAR season so far? They haven't said the word COVID once. We're 5 races in.
Here comes Hamlin. 2 Phoenix wins, the most recent one in November of 2019.
Which was a dreadfully boring race.
Watching him take the lead. And that's our quick one bank ones to watch. With a whole lot of qualifiers, excuses.
We are inside the fuel window, but I figure they'll split the stage in half like they did the last one. Bubba Wallace is 9th. Oh my God, single digits. He passed William Byron. Bubba is moving forward.
Hey, somebody won $79. Well, 126 people will each take home roughly $79. Answering all of Clint's Super 6 questions correctly. And if that is the final number of eligible players, they'll split the $10,000. Congratulations.
All they did is got on a free Fox Bet app.
I'd do something crazy in short pit.
$79. Speaking of picks, you know, our picks for who we're going to pick to win this race. Jeff, what a layup. You know, it's like the pie. Mike was talking about pie. You know, when the pie is, there's one last piece of pie on the plate. You're always.
What is he talking about, pie?
Every time. So, folks,
God damn it, they can't let Bubba keep getting away with this. He's going to pass Kevin Harvick. The next car he'll pass is Harvick. They can't let him get away with this.
Nobody picked Mark Truex Jr.
What's the piece of pie? The last piece of pie on the plate. Nobody wants to eat it.
Oh my God, that was 69 to go and I missed it. Fuck.
So we were on ice cream by the time we got to you. Pie day. Thank goodness it only
And yes, Hamlin has closed in on Logano for second. Oh, lap car, Quinn Half. And God, Quinn Half is so bad. Get the fuck out of the way. Logano has fallen off a cliff for some reason. Blaney and Harvick racing hard for 7th. And there's Bubba. Don't let him get to it. You can't do this.
When he went into that corner, Jeff, there was a slow car ahead in the top group.
Harvick and Blaney are really look like they're fighting handling issues. And Bubba might pass both of them. Bubba's about to be 7th. Because Harvick and Blaney are both bad right now. Bubba's car looks smooth and he's closed up on him. We got a battle for second. Hamlin underneath Logano. Hamlin takes the spot. And Truex is long gone by now. But Hamlin is second. Bubba Wallace just passed Kevin Harvick. No. You can't do that. And he passed Blaney. Oh, God. Dude, Bubba's really fast right now.
Hey guys.
Bubba Wallace is seventh.
Went by Blaney and Harvick and is now in 7th spot.
And pulling away.
This car is coming to life. Bubba driving the wheels off this thing today.
So, Mike, you remember what I said in the Liberty Mutual race strategy? Split the stages in half. I would say somewhere when you see 55 to 60 laps to go, that's going to split it in half. And
William Byron's on pit road.
Pit stops now, so I think the gauntlet's been laid. You can't stay out there and just keep running when some of these drivers are hitting pit road for fresh tires.
Yep, Larson has been the strongest car consistently all year.
And Logano for the spot.
Hamlin's had a pretty good year.
Yeah, Joey's like, hey, how many more laps? We're going to be pitting soon. He needs some adjustments once he get in there. Curious about the vibration that he spoke of.
You can't let Bubba get to 7th. What is this bullshit? It's rigged, I'm telling you.
Almost like he's got an equalized tire or something going on there. So, so weird. I don't know. Maybe the car got tighter and hit again the brakes hard.
Yeah, it just compiles the problem. When you're too tight, now you can't roll the center as fast. Now you got to get on those brakes and slow the car down. Guess what the brakes do? Heat up those front tires worse.
I'm really enjoying Bubba being like one of the strongest cars in the top 10 right now. Joey Logano on pit road. Alex Bowman on pit road. Kyle Larson on pit road. If this goes green, you can go ahead and slap me because I said it wouldn't. I predict a caution at some point.
Coming to a stop. Ross Chastain in and out.
Well, Kevin Harvick getting ready to hit his pit stall. That race car right now, he just can't put the power down on that race car on the exit of the corners. Spins the rear tires too much, so they're going to give him 4 tires.
Yeah, Bubba straight up passed Harvick and Blaney under green at Phoenix. What happened to Chase? Chase had a speeding penalty at the end of stage 2. He wasn't running well at the end of the stage either, and he sped on pit road, had to start in the back, and he's just about 19th place right now. That's where he's been running. Their car had gone away for quite some time. He was getting worse the longer they ran, and now they've started off this run just straight up bad. We're on final pit stops now, unless there's a caution later. The best cars on track right now are Martin Truex, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Larson and Bubba Wallace. They appear to be the best cars on track. I don't like that Bubba's staying out this long. Truex still out there running as well. Truex is pitting.
Before pit stops on Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, and guess who's passed Denny Hamlin? Kyle Larson's gone by Hamlin.
Kyle Larson has passed Denny Hamlin through pit stops. Bubba Wallace is in. And yes, we're talking about him because he's in the top 10 of breaking. He's on the verge of top 5, so yes, we're talking about him. Sorry, Boomers. Put your fucking white hoods away. Tyler Reddick too fast on pit road, apparently.
Ricky Stenhouse is the new leader.
Stenhouse the leader, but he is pitting now.
And now he's on pit road.
There's the 19 of Truex coming off pit road after his pit stop. And not far behind him is the 5 of Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson is second.
We got us a race, folks.
Right behind Truex. It's going to be a battle to the end, I think. Larson gained a ridiculous amount of time. And he didn't speed. Larson did not speed on pit road, and he's going to be in second place.
Before pit stops, now he is just 2 seconds back.
Well, we're going to find out. the speed that both of these guys have, because there's nothing that you leave out on the track.
Larson's about a second and a half back from Truex now. And that'll be the race for the lead here.
And in my opinion, this is a perfect case scenario. As a fan of this sport, we've been watching these two cars.
Oh, damn. Bubba's 11th now. You can get... Okay, because Kyle Busch hasn't pitted yet. Is Kyle Busch... What's up? Kyle Busch got a problem. Kyle Busch has a problem. He's hit the wall. Yeah. I don't think the tire's down, but Kyle Busch has slapped the wall. And he's limping around. So, I think Kyle can make it to pit road. He's going into 1 right now. Unless that tire just goes. What happened to Kyle Busch?
It's almost like it got on a splitter right there.
Yeah, that
Damn.
was weird. I could tell that's
His tire wasn't even down. It just looked tight to me and went straight into the wall.
We talk about that traction compound where it has grip and where it doesn't. Yeah, but watch this car.
Oh, that was just Kyle's slide. He was loose, actually. He just slid into the corner. That's Kyle. He screwed up.
Now he stays on track. He is 14th, still on the lead lap. 17 seconds.
Kyle Busch still, he didn't pit? Kyle knows I said there'd be a caution. He's trying to make me right. Kyle Busch is trying to make me look good.
54 to go. Martin Truex, your leader.
Nobody was going to touch Chase on the Daytona road course if they didn't throw a caution for a fucking rainbow. Oh, it's a rainbow. Put it out. Put it out. Bill was the only car that was going to be in the same zip code as him. Kyle Busch finally pits. He got lucky. He hit the wall pretty square. It didn't cut the tire down. It just rubbed the letters off, and you can see the blue wall paint on it. Can Truex hold off Kyle Larson? Can he hold him off? He's got 52 laps, which is not a lot at Phoenix. Can I get to the end of the race without having to rush to the bathroom? There's only 50 laps, just about. How is Bubba in the top 10? I don't understand. Oh, Tyler Reddick. Oh, Tyler Reddick's got a right front tire down. Tyler Reddick has a right front tire down. He didn't hit the wall somehow. He's on the apron, and the caution is out. Ding, 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 ding. I told you there'd be a caution. I said somebody would blow a right front and we'd get a caution. That always happens at Phoenix. There's always a blown right front tire in stage 3 at Phoenix to bring out a caution. And we just had it. It's Tyler Reddick. Second year in a row. Now what do? We were just on pit road. What do you think? I'm probably staying out if I'm Truex and Larson. That top 5, I think you got to stay put. Track position's too important. You're Kyle Larson. You don't want to fucking speed on pit road for the 85th time today. So, yeah, stay out. Michael McDowell gets a free pass. I'm staying out. If I'm Kyle Larson, who I'm cheering for to win right now, stay out. Yeah, Casey races everywhere pretty much. Casey, Kane, and Tony Stewart both race everything.
Wall coming off turn 2 for the last 3 laps, and finally it slapped him. We're under caution.
Was this really worth the caution? No, he was like gonna make it to pit road.
Got the marbles like we were talking about. You could see them marbles up there on the top of that racetrack. Once you get those on your tires, you're on ice.
Well, he did almost the exact same thing down the other end of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4, but he didn't get into the wall. That time, not so lucky.
I'm not so sure about that caution, but whatever. It's going to be entertaining. I'm sure they said the same thing at Daytona on the road course. Not sure about this caution, but it's going to be entertaining.
Martin Truex is your leader. Here's some audio from them.
I think even we did, 4 laps later at the first, 3 or 4 laps first, 7 on tires for us, so they've all got to go and 11 laps on tires. They should remember a full car, given there's 50 to go.
Yeah, I think that's the key. It's not necessarily how many laps we've run, how many we have to go. We've got right at 49 laps to go. A lot of these drivers have 10 or 12 laps on their tires. I think you come and get 4 tires.
I think you stay out, but they're pitting, so what do I know?
Here come the front 5 and more. Regan.
Ah.
I can tell you guys this calm as
Hope you don't speed.
Junior's crew chief sounded on the radio just now. That was not the case on the pit box. He was squirming around. Remember, a couple weeks ago, they pitted when others stayed out at Homestead. This week, they pit. Everybody else comes with them. That race car right now for Martin is okay. He doesn't want any changes. Jamie.
Logano in the 22 just says he's not getting much better, but the others he feels is. He needs to turn.
Please don't speed.
More grip. And the 5 of Kyle Larson. Balance is really good, so everybody should take note. He is happy with that race car. Meanwhile, the 2 of Brad Keselowski track bar adjustments, they're really happy with it. The 11 of Denny Hamlin, a little bit tight, and 3 and 4 overall, though, not bad.
And Joey Logano takes the lead. Yee! Brad Keselowski second, Martin Truex third, Kyle Larson fourth, Denny Hamlin fifth. Logano race. They're celebrating like they just won the race because they know they did.
That'll fix that race car's balance in a big
Well, it's the classic Joe Logano win. He's going to get planted out front because of his pit crew and win the race.
Now, let's go all the way back to the start of the race where the, 130-foot wide dogleg became about 100 yards wide. There it's measured 165. It's measured right near the end of pit road. And here's how we started the race today with Brad Keselowski.
cutting about 100 feet of it off.
About 160. Look at me like I was 165. The other thing is, it's
Somebody needs to drug test Joe Logano's pit crew.
50 foot wide. All the rest of it's off, in my opinion, out of bounds until somebody decided, hey, I'm going to go down there and try that out.
So that begs the question, when we get to the choose cone, or choose zone, do you want to be inside or outside for this restart?
I'm going to wait and let you know when I get off the tube. What do you think, Jeff? You going to take the bottom or you going to the outside?
Well, I mean, we've been seeing on new tires that bottom can work for about a lap. But boy, after that, you got to be up top. So, I mean, we saw the
Did Bubba stay out?
Roll. I think I'm going to go to the bottom.
Oh my God, Bubba's leading. Bubba's leading. He was one of the last cars to pit under the last cycle of stops. And Truex was too, so I figured that he might stay out as well.
Taking the outside all day long, every day.
But yeah, Bubba stayed out.
Preferred line right now, on the bottom for a couple laps at least.
Chase Briscoe too fast entering on his pit stop.
Chase Briscoe is too fast on pit road. At least it was not Larson.
So tonight, get ready to get
Okay, Bubba's going to get run over here, but, you know,
Know your pop trivia.
he's leading. That's pretty funny.
And Ernest Spin on TV's biggest slot machine, our Grand Marshal today, Jason Biggs, is a big NASCAR fan, and he hosts tonight, all new on Fox.
I thought, see, I'm not crazy. I thought a couple of cars, maybe 4 or 5, would stay out. I'm sure the 23 bunch was thinking a couple others might as well, but
Birthday is on Pi Day, and that makes sense because he's a very complex individual.
Yes. Happy birthday, Artie.
I think NASCAR, you should just run the rest of this race under caution. I think it's too unsafe to start it back. Congratulations, Bubba Wallace, on your first career win. I think the rest of the race should just be run under caution. What do you guys think? I'm good. I'm good now. I've seen enough racing. We can call it if you want.
Fast recovery. And North Carolina Highway Patrolman Brent Montgomery, huge NASCAR fan. He's in hospital, going to need lung transplants, and some members of NASCAR's extended community got together, held a big fundraiser for him up in Henderson, North Carolina the other day, and are pitching in to try to do great things for him. Want to say hello to him and his family.
Great giving community here in NASCAR. There's the orange box in that choose zone. Gonna play a pretty important role here. Of course, you got one guy up there on some older tires, so
that's what the one.
They're not that much older.
He chose the inside. I'm sure at least him on older tires is going to choose the outside.
And I would have agreed with you right there, Jeff. On old tires, knowing that you're obviously going to be overtaken or think you're going to be overtaken, I would have taken the preferred line where you know that group.
Hear that? Boyer would have taken.
But look at these guys back here waiting on their spot.
Yeah, cautions breed cautions. We saw it yesterday. Yesterday it got a little out of hand, don't you think?
So it was mostly odd even, but Harvick gave up a row to stay on the outside. So you heard his spotter counting cars. That's telling him it's either the inside or the outside, but how many cars are in that lane, trying to give you an option, an idea of which way to be, outside or inside.
Guys, let's define old tires. Bubba Wallace has 7 green flag laps.
See, I told you, Bubba was the last car to pit on that cycle of pit stops. I thought Truex would have stayed as well. I'm not crazy.
But I just don't know versus everybody else with
But everybody else has pressure, so I think Bubba's screwed here. But I figured somebody would stay out. Oh, he spun the tires. He's done already. He's 3 wide in the middle. He spun the tires. And my pick, Brad Keselowski, takes the lead for the moment. Come on, Brad, get clear, get clear, get clear. Yes, yes, yes. Brad Keselowski takes the lead. Joe Logano second. Whoa, Larson, hang on. Jesus Christ. Bubba spun the tires, but I think he's got a very competitive car. He blew that restart and dropped back to third, but I think he's competitive here. Larson almost lost it, and my pick took the lead. It's Brad versus Joey up front now. Oh, Stenhouse and Blaney off a 2. Truex passes Bubba for third.
They're on low air pressure. We talked about that 12 car and how stormy it is on low air pressure. They're slipping, sliding around. His tires
The 2 Penske cars are trying to check out. At least the one I picked to win the race is leading. I still don't think that Tyler Reddick deal needed to be a caution, but that's just me. Bubba Wallace is 4th. This is wrong. Now he's 5th because Kyle Larson just passed him.
And Larson into 4th place.
This might get interesting with the 2 teammates up front, because I know Brad Keselowski's current opinions on Joey Logano.
In November to win the championship, there towards the end, he's been strong in this track.
Chase Elliott's back in the top 10. That caution was a big break for him.
Now that car's looking really good. This is the time to do it. You got 41 to go.
Let's see your USAA biggest movers.
Oh, Harvick, give him room. 3 wide. Bubba, Hamlin, and Harvick through the dog leg. Oh, man. That would have been bad. Hamlin wreck his own car. Logano on the outside of Keselowski. God damn it. Truex, catch up, please. I don't want Logano to win. Oh, boy, Logano's going to get it here. Yep, he passed him on the apron, and he's going to clear Brad by a mile going into 1. God damn it. Well, Joe Logano just won the fucking race, guys. Yippee. Fucking celebrate. 39 to go, coming to 38. Logano retakes the lead. Brad's looking to his inside, but you know you can't make that pass down there. Can we get another caution now? Personally, I liked my idea of running the last 45 laps under yellow when Bubba was up front, but, you know, we don't always get what we want. Kind of feel for Bubba now. They put him in a bad spot. He was the only guy that stayed out, and it shows now. Well, we're fucked, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Logano's going to fucking win again. He lost the lead on the restart. Well, he was second. Brad passed him around the outside, and then a couple laps later chased him down and got him back.
Earlier this afternoon.
How cool was that? Yeah. The future racers, your son's racing, Cash is
Truex wasn't fast enough to catch up in time before Logano cleared Keselowski and set sail. Well, in the words of Spinal Tap, this is thoroughly depressing. Every good thing that was happening before that bullshit Tyler Reddick caution is ruined now.
Blaney, Bubba, and Bush right there for 11th place. Jamie.
And our leader, Joey Logano, his pit crew got it done on that stop, gaining him the lead in 4 positions overall.
he's a little better on the long run, but I don't think he's good enough to beat Logano. Logano's been the strongest car. When he gets out front, he's stronger than anybody else.
In there because that race car will be faster as it's lighter.
Well,
yeah, Bubba's fading fast. If more cars had stayed out, they'd have been okay. That's what I was thinking. I was like, 5 or 6 might stay out here and buy some time. I figured the cars that were last to pit under the pit cycle might have stayed out, and he was the only one.
Now, you start gaining some nose weight, don't have all that rear weight in the back of the fuel cell. So you're right.
Cost him a top 10. They really put him in a bad spot. But they needed to stay.
Running high quick, right?
Because he was really good on that. Before that caution, he was one of the better cars.
Faster than anybody else's stop on pit road that time.
Wow. Alex Bowman is 17th over Matt DiBenedetto.
Matt DiBenedetto with another disappointing day as the two Penske lead cars run first and second. Just pointing that out.
And later, Almirola now in 9th, DiBenedetto in 18th. But both still on the lead lap.
So what's heating up? Behind our leader, Joe Logano, is right now for second place.
This is going to win Logano the race right here. Keselowski and Truex racing hard for second is going to win it for Logano. Truex looking to go to the outside. Brad gives it to him, oddly enough. I think that's Brad inviting Truex, if you're fast enough, go on. I would almost have to let him go. I'd have to let him go here and let him get to Logano and see if I can catch up to both of them when they start dicking with each other. And Truex clears Keselowski for second. I thought I might win some money when Brad got the lead on the restart. Oh, Kyle Busch is around. Caution's out.
And there's our caution, boys and girls.
All right. Pit. 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 Pit, 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 pit.
That's what you call Kyle.
Now I'm on the pit train. Pit. This will swing it back in the favor of somebody like Bubba, who was free falling there.
Chastain in the 42 will also be in the picture here.
Kyle Busch busted his ass again.
You see Kyle gets loose, had to check up. He either got tight.
He got loose, and Chastain got loose and followed him in, and they touched, and Kyle Busch spun around. What a save, though, by Kyle. He saved it.
To me, like he got loose on the throttle, had to check up at the wall to stay out of it. 42 got into him. Exactly what we saw with the 48 and the 42.
Kyle Busch is incredible at controlling a race car. When it's out of control, Kyle said he was about to wreck Chastain, but he's sure glad that he got him first.
I mean, it looked to me like he checked up. The 18 of Kyle Busch checked up.
It'll be another interesting week on Radioactive.
Sometimes we don't know what happened about 100 yards before that, so we'll just the damage to the
Bryce Busher gets the free pass. So, Larry, we've had 14 green flag laps on these tires.
My God, I think you've got to come. I mean, we saw what happened to Bubba Wallace with 7 laps on his tires, but here's what's interesting. For teams like Kyle Larson in the 5 car, if they come, this is going to be their last set of sticker tires laying in the pits.
Well, I think this time you'll see more of a mixed bag.
Pit.
There's some that are, with less laps to go, are going to take some more risk of staying out.
I think if you have a win, you're in. The pits, that is.
You know what I say? If you follow the leader,
Pit.
you'll follow the leader.
Opposite the leader, actually. Opposite the leader. But I have a feeling it'll be Pit. But go opposite the leader. Opposite the leader. Stay out. Stay out. Stay out. Somebody, please. Please. Nobody stayed out. Everybody pitted. I was begging somebody to stay out. More than a few cars, but no, they pitted.
He needed a long run right here. This race car is very fast as it goes on in the runs. Unfortunately, he can't run early on with those Penske cars, so he asked for a small adjustment to just give him a little bit more grip early in the run. Jamie?
Joey Logano in the 22 said, don't free me up.
Come on, let's beat this 22 out of the pits. Somebody, please. Look how fast they are. You can just tell Logano's crew was on it, dude. Well-oiled machine here. They are fast, dude. And Logano will keep the lead. Truex second, Hamlin third, Keselowski fourth, Larson fifth.
Really interesting. Here's the race off.
Another great stop.
Logano's team smoked everybody again. It wasn't even close.
For second, third, fourth.
We'll take you back side by side and get ready.
Ooh, boy, side by side under caution. I will be right back. I'm going to go take a piss because I'm nervous. I'm back. Did Joey Logano spontaneously combust under caution? I see that he didn't. He's still leading. That's unfortunate. I bet if, well, they're out of sets of tires now, but yeah, 2 tires might not have been a bad idea there, Major. I'm surprised somebody didn't try. We're going to have 25 to go when they restart. If this commercial ends in time for the fucking restart, hello. All right, 25 to go.
Joey Logano.
Logano, Truex, Hamlin, Keselowski, Harvick, and Larson. Logano's been exceptional on restarts, and the pit crew's been on point.
Denny Hamlin behind the 22, our leader.
Hamlin, I don't want you to just kill him. I want you to make him dead. Green flag. Hamlin did not get a good start. Look how fucking low Logano went. He can't clear Truex into 1, though. He can't clear Truex. Truex is around the outside. Yes. Go, Truex. Go. 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 Yes, Truex is clear. 3 wide for 4th. Truex cleared Logano for the lead. Thank you, Lord, for the moment. That was a hell of a restart by Truex. Hamlin not getting a good jump really hurt Logano. And I'm all for it. Chase Elliott up to 6th.
Nice job, Eric Almirola.
Truex and Logano put some distance on everybody else. Well, Logano's car did not fire off at all here. I imagine there were some adjustments made for the short run on that last pit stop. No wonder Truex's car took off so well.
Truex trying to drive away as they're all bottled up for 3rd place.
And Chase Elliott back there working the bottom. We've seen how strong his car is on the short runs.
The importance, I take it all back to the importance of the choose rule. Joey Logano in the 22, he chose the bottom, and I said it. I knew if that 19 could get established into his right rear to the outside of him in the preferred line, he was going to take the lead, and he sure enough did.
Teammates racing hard for 5th.
Side by side just in front of them. And that's resolved in favor.
Well, really, Keselowski's top 5 and has been all day, but that was a waste of a pick.
The 9 car getting caught on speeding on pit road a couple times, as well as the 5. Hunt still running 5th and 6th.
And Truex has gapped Logano by a few more tenths.
The 300 cars that started this race in the back due to inspection issues are now 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Got plenty of practice passing people, didn't they?
Yeah, if they gave passing points like they will for the heats at Bristol, Kyle Larson would be miles ahead of them.
Okay, passing points in the heat races at Bristol. Is that not the dumbest shit you've ever heard in your life? How about wherever you run in the heat race, that's the fucking spot you start in? How about that? passing points.
Here he comes into frame with Harvick side by side. And Martin Truex out front just ran his fastest lap.
Truex with 20 to go just ran his fastest lap of the race.
What a rebound for this Tin and Eric Almirola. You know, I thought when he got caught speeding on pit road, his day was over. Certainly not the case. Bounce back, needed a big day. He's right there to capture that.
NASCAR's like, no, this is too tame. We might need one more bullshit caution to really make this go crazy.
Ryan Blaney ran well early, but here he is in 11th place.
Hard to keep up with this racetrack, Mike. I mean, it's changed a good bit right now. You know, you got the sun setting, but I think that traction compound, the balance of the cars have just really, changed throughout this day. And you've seen a lot of cars kind of be really strong at some portion.
Boy, Chase Elliott packed it into turn 3 that time. He's not going to be able to slide in front of Larson, though.
It's been a great race.
Your comment right there brings me back to what we talked about at the top of the show. The importance of this traction compound, why we put this traction compound on there. In my opinion, it creates this environment where you're always chasing the racetrack, and then when the time's right, at the end of the race, when you need to be side-by-side racing, it creates just that.
Atlanta next Sunday on the mile and a half.
500 miles in Atlanta. Remember last year?
Talk about a track that's going to change.
Yeah.
Well, these two teammates right here.
The Dirty Air 500 at Atlanta. Don't miss it.
Chase Elliott and the 9, they are working every lane, trying. You got Larson working the 2-car, Keselowski trying to get by him, and the 9 working the bottom, working every different thing he can, and then Larson's up top, really pushing the limits, or at least he was the last lap, really pushing the limits of that traction compound as it's starting to roll up.
Well, Robert, it's not over yet, but yeah.
I think Brad started.
Right now, I'm a little relieved.
Behind him now, he starts moving up a little bit more. Look at all that trash and
I'd like to see Truex hang on here, I guess.
careful not to get too high.
I'm not going to be excited about Truex winning, but
Not in that traction compound anymore.
beats the alternative. Oh, Cole Custer slammed the wall off of 2. Heavy damage, heavy damage.
And did he have help?
He's still going, but good God, the right front fender's dead.
Custer in the 41.
I don't know if he was getting passed by the 1.
Oh, wow. Bubba went to cut across him and get under him, and it turned Custer into the wall.
Made contact.
That was just misjudged by Bubba. That was Custer protecting a spot, and Bubba completely misjudging, trying to swing to the inside. Oof.
I mean, I look at that. Cole, he started to fill that gap. I don't know if his spotter said something.
Custer made it to pit road. We stay green. Come on, NASCAR. That would have been funny. I know I want Logano to not win, but I can't lie. I'd like to see another restart for Kyle Larson's sake. Yeah, that probably should have been a caution. The Tyler Reddick deal earlier didn't need to be one, but that deal with Custer probably should have been. There's a piece of his car out there somewhere. He was missing the right front fender. Well, NASCAR, you know you wanted to. See, do I want to see another shot at an entertaining finish, or do I just want Logano to lose? I'm torn right now.
At least staying out in front of them, let's put it that
I
way.
think the 9 at Chase Elliott's a little bit better than Larson right now. I don't know what adjustments are in this last set of tires, but it just doesn't seem like Larson's car's quite as quick as it has been.
There's a big piece of debris in the middle of the front stretch, or back, as it were, as it is. Elliott shoving Larson up the track. He got Larson loose, and he takes the spot. Chase Elliott's in the top 5. Yeah, I'd like to see another caution. Well, NASCAR, there was debris over there.
Suspects showed up in force. 6 of the top 7 spots occupied by.
And that lap car just hit it.
6 of the top stars in the sport. That's a debris right there.
I see Clint Boyer just pointed it out. There's some debris on the front stretch, I'm just saying.
There's a usual suspect. You saw that 4 car coming into the picture.
Can't quite tell if it's significant, but there's something over there. Uh-oh, Kyle Busch has caught Ross Chastain. What's he going to do? Oh, he just passed him. I was going to say, is Kyle going to take him out?
From Ross Chastain in the 42.
Nah, Kyle just passed him. I guess he knows a teammate's leading. He didn't want to bring out a caution and screw a teammate. I'm sure they relayed that information to Kyle that his teammate's leading.
What I tell Ross right now, you stick your finger in a rattlesnake's mouth, you can't get mad because it bites you.
Well, time is ticking. 8 laps to go. Kyle Busch is in the free pass position. He's 25th. So selfishly, I'm sure he'd like a caution. Or maybe he just wants to get this fucking race over with. Harvick underneath Larson. I think Larson's just driven everything he's got out of that car. Because he's starting to look bad right now. Loose on exit. It's Kyle Larson.
Sure could well be the best season ever.
Loose in the center, loose on exit. The ass end of that car wants to come around.
Yeah, you could see Larson struggle with the rear grip of that car. You know, every time he tries to get the throttle and get some speed off the corner, the back end steps out. And that, guys, once you see that, you pounce on it. You know, if you're
yep.
You see that happen, and you just try to get
Larson's cooked.
Because that's only going to force
Kevin Harvick up to 6th.
Car getting looser as Harvick goes by for that 6th spot.
There's the look from Hunt Brothers Pizza Can.
Well, the 2 main cars I was thinking about picking, well, 3 of them, they're 4th, 5th, and 7th.
And now Harvick up into the top half dozen. Next Sunday,
I was in denial about Logano.
Atlanta, the Fools of Honor Quick Trip 500. Race day coverage at 1 Eastern on FS1, then switch over to Fox. The pre-race and the green.
Remember how awesome the 2016 Atlanta race was? We didn't need stages for it either.
Next Sunday.
Really looking forward to going to Atlanta, Jeff. One of my favorite racetracks for sure. Old wore out circus, slipping and sliding around. Hang on to the old
I was
girl.
going to say, I know we're going to the dirt track in a couple of weeks at Bristol, but we're going to have us 100.
I would say for the next couple of weeks of NASCAR racing, there's going to be a significant lack of grip. You're going to hear guys complaining, no grip, no grip. Between Atlanta and Bristol dirt. Come on, I'd like to see one more restart.
A second and a half back.
Because I just want to see somebody get mad. Even if it's me getting mad about Logano winning.
So you're Mark Truex.
3 to go. Come on, Truex has had shitty luck since last year.
You hear them talking about how many laps to go, but every time you come off the corner and you get on that straightaway, you're looking in your mirror. What did that driver gain? Did I gain on them? If they gain, you immediately say, "Tell me where they're running."
This eerie silence, though, as a leader, you know, counting down these laps, especially when they get into the single digits, man. You know, you heard that spot of 3 to go.
2 laps to go.
That last lap, when you want to get to that last lap, it's almost like it's your fastest lap of the race because you're trying to get around to that white flag to solidify this race win. But also, just trying
Bell and Byron side by side for 8th.
Keep off of the brake pedal as much as you can. Don't squirt the gas. Just be super smooth.
And pray no caution comes
No
out.
caution, no caution, no caution.
8th place, Christopher Bell.
Crossing each other over.
Crosses him back over.
White flag, 1 to go. Truex has made it to the white flag. Be funny if that right front tire just exploded right now, wouldn't it? 1 to go.
BJ McLeod. There's a side for Martin Truex, who has a 1.8 second lead on Joey Logano. Martin Truex Jr. cruising to his 28th career win in the NASCAR.
Martin Truex wins.
And that ties it for 28th on the
Beats the alternative. I'll take it. Martin Truex Jr. winner at Phoenix. Joe Logano 2nd. Denny Hamlin 3rd. Brake Keselowski 4th. Chase Elliott 5th. Chase Elliott got a top 5 after all that.
24 cars finish on the lead lap. Back to Justin Haley.
Well, Jeff,
I think I know who I picked. Who'd you pick there?
we gave you the layup for sure. But Martin Truex,
Don't do that, by the way.
He did two things right. He did a great job on the jump of the start, which is extremely hard to do, following the leader, right? The leader has to take the jump first. You're going off of his reflexes and obviously rebounding and responding to what he does first. Hard to not spin your tires and then establishing yourself when you get down to turn one to the outside. Won this race for Martin Truex.
Here's the last restart.
I mean, Joey did everything he needed to do, right? He got a little bit of a jump. He went to the inside, cut the dog leg. But the 19 of Truex just
drove it in there on the door.
But I was so impressed at how he was, even though the 22 cut the corner off the 19's acceleration to be there and turn.
That was a great run at the end by Truex to finish that off. I thought Logano was going to have it. The pit stops were just on point, and he was killing guys on those restarts. But then Hamlin didn't really get going, and he was the car behind Logano, so he didn't really get a push of any kind. And Truex hauled around the outside, took the lead, drove away.
So you were both right. Team Penske led the most laps today, led by Joey Logano's 143. Joe Gibbs racing.
I love when Joey Logano leads the most laps and doesn't win.
Us arguing again. We never going to get one. Nobody's going to be right in this deal. We'll just agree to both of us were right, huh?
I like the way you're thinking, for once.
There is the 5th different driver to win.
5 different winners. That's fun.
2021.
It's something. We got 2 awesome races on Saturday. We got trucks and Xfinity on Saturday. I'm here for that. I'm excited. I like double headers. I like 2 races in one day. It's fun. I enjoyed all those double headers. Remember last year there was a triple header at Pocono? That was a lot, but I had fun.
This guy and that team, the 19 car, Martin Truex, best pro.
There's your top 12. You can see it on the screen. In case you're wondering where your guy finished.
Martin Truex Jr. gets his 2nd win with crew chief James Small. Your first win of the year, Martin. First off, you brushed the wall early.
He earned it.
How much of a team effort was it to bounce back from that and keep up with the track there till the very end?
Awesome job by everybody. James, Blake fixing it, all the pit crew guys. I mean, just really solid. I mean, I thought at the beginning of the race, I thought we were going to run 15th or so, and man, I can't really believe it. I'm kind of speechless. This feels pretty amazing, Phoenix has been a tough one for us, and to come here and win this, I wish it was November, but hopefully we can come back here in November and have a shot at being in the Final Four. But man, just so thankful, so proud of everybody at JGR and everybody that makes this possible.
Martin, how about the fans? What do you have to say to them? You got out of the car right away and acknowledged them.
Well, it's the most we've seen in a while, and the more the merrier. We love having them. We miss seeing them in the infield, and we miss pre-race, we miss qualifying, we miss practice, just like everybody else. But
see, I'm telling you,
we're able to have a good crowd here, and Phoenix is always awesome. All out there, and just a great crowd. So thanks to all of them, and obviously got to thank Bass Pro.
I've already got some picks in mind for Atlanta next week. I'm going to mull over.
This is a good day, buddy. Hope you caught some fish, and Reese's Fine Foods, auto owners, just all our partners, Oakley, Sherwin-Williams, Noble Aerospace, Textron Aviation, everybody who helps me, helps us, and allows us to do what we love to do. I've got an awesome team. We had a tough year last year, a little bit up and down, a little bit rocky, but really proud of them, and that was a hell of an effort today by everybody.
He earned it. He won the Instacart 500. Hang around for a few more interviews. Final thoughts. Fun race. Tame race, but it was pretty fun at the same time. There's a lot of shit going on there throughout the day. Comers and goers, penalties. When's the caution going to fall? Pit, stay out. Unfortunately, only one guy stayed out when I was hollering stay out, so we'll never know. Yeah. I enjoyed my day. Don't know if I work tomorrow, but if they don't say nothing, guess what? I'm up all night, because most likely if I work, it won't be till 4 o'clock. We're painting the inside of this fiberglass plant area thing, and we don't go in there. I think everybody gets off work at 5, so we don't go in until 4. And then at 5, everybody's out of our way, and we can do whatever the fuck we want and not have to dodge a bunch of people. That's why I've been going to work late. And I love it. I fucking love going to work late. Night time is the right time for me. I like staying up. Got plenty to do. Got lots of old NASCAR games I'm playing right now. You know, I wish I could like play the NASCAR Thunder games with like an Xbox One controller where I can hold the gas down halfway or all the way instead of it being all or nothing. Apparently there's like a control configuration for at least Thunder 04 where you can make the right analog stick the gas. I might play around with that, but that don't feel comfortable to me. I want to be able to press the button. That's why I'm so good at like the modern NASCAR games. Like you guys have seen me play Heat 5. I'm good at that because I can really control the gas and work it. But those old games are still fun. It's fun to slide around. Those games are more about how you approach the corner. Because you're either going to be on the gas or off it. There's no in between. How you use your brake and what line you take getting in the corner. If you miss the line getting in the corner, something shitty's going to happen. It's going to get tight or it's going to fucking slide. I don't know. Either way, I have fun playing them. And it's like being in a time machine. Right now, I'm in the middle of 2004. As a junior fan, great year. I'm enjoying it. Who else are they going to interview, goddammit? This is a painfully long commercial here. Come on, we got to get off the air before the Bob's Burgers people get upset. What are we doing? Anticlimactic finish. I'm just really glad Logano didn't win. Happy for my Hendrick guys. Another great week. Not the best, but solid. Had to deal with a lot of bullshit. Two of them had to come from the back multiple times. They got it done. Chase Elliott was the strongest when it counts. He's good for that. Kyle Larson, I think he just had nothing left at the end. William Byron, solid. Alex Bowman, where did he finish? Like 13th. Yeah, 13th with a damaged car. They're the one Hendrick car that's a little off right now, but it's good. They're not that far off to run 13th after the day they had. Disappointed that Bubba didn't get the top 10 he deserved, but that strategy call kind of fucked them, and then they were on par with everybody else and just stuck in a mess. Couldn't go anywhere. Unfortunately ruined Cole Custer's race. Ross Chastain and Kyle Busch to be continued. Kyle passed him there with a couple to go and didn't do anything back to him. Yep. Just another day watching the race. It most certainly was a NASCAR race. And after last year, I'll never take it for granted ever again. Ever since the COVID break last year, I'm like, fuck yes, dude. I want to watch every damn race. I want to go to every race. Of course, if I went to every race, I won't be able to stream with you guys.
5 different races in 5 different places.
McDowell, Bill, Byron, Larson, Truex. Who's next? I got a feeling about next week, but I'll get back to you on that.
Well, let's hear from the runner-up who led the most laps today. Here's Regan Smith.
Here's Joey Logano.
Well, a strong day for Joey Logano, second place finish. Led the most laps today, just not quite enough at the end. The restart, you chose the bottom lane. Did that really matter at that point, though?
I was surprised he was able to hang with me on that start.
Me too.
He had a good start too, but I had a good one on the bottom, and I thought the amount I shortcutted it down the dog leg, I thought, boy, I'm going to have him clear. And then we went in the corner, he was still door to door, and when you're door to door, the outside car has control of you. And I'm pretty sure even if I beat him on that start, he was still going to hound me and probably get by me. They had the best car. They tuned it in. We had a good car for sure, but once they tuned it in towards the end of the second stage, that was the best car on the racetrack. He just had to get up front, and he did.
Hey, watch Truex celebrating with his guys. That's not allowed.
We did a great job all day, execution-wise. Staying up front, good pit stops, getting us back up front when we lost our track position, and overall a solid day. It was a stage win and some points in the second place. So we'll take it. It's not a win. Second hurts, but we'll move on and go to Atlanta.
Well, the sports stars showed up today.
Oh, man, we've had 5 great races to start the season, Mike. Can't wait to get...
The Daytona 500 stunk. Don't lie to me, Jeff Gordon.
I see that right there. I guarantee you he wishes he had that restart back. Mark Truex is your winner.
Well, boys and girls, this is where we part ways.
And one Chevrolet in the top 5. Post-race coverage continues after this.
Until Saturday, if I don't stream something else before then, I will see you next time. Have a good night. Don't take any wood nickels. Don't eat the yellow snow. Be with God. If you believe. I don't, but if you do. Good night. Godspeed.